Yo, what's good, guys? Good morning, good morning, good morning. All right, brother. Yeah. Some dude just said that, bro. Okay, not like that, not like that, bro. What's good, guys? What's going on, guys? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Monday, guys. Okay, now, big deal, bro. All right, bro. Anyways, guys. Okay, so coming to market open today, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm a little tempted to take longs, but I'm going to skip out on this one. Or at least for now. I don't know if we're gonna inverse it. Hopefully we don't, but we probably will. I mean, we do have a little bit more buying pressure than normal. Now, why exactly do I am I tempted to take longs around this area here? Well, guys, let me show you. As you can see from my chart, obviously the market just opened. We haven't taken out anything. Right. Okay. Well, we technically have, but we technically haven't. But we technically have. Right. So we took out this double bottom coming to market open. But the thing is, I don't know how confident I feel about this. I mean, we are getting a clean sweep off of it. Thankfully, we are getting a rejection, which means we can still use this gap if we take out these actual lows. So here, so the reason why I want to try longs, but I don't at the same time. I'm not going to, right? But I want to, is because we took out this like it's a good level of liquidity. It's a 60-point dump, as you can see right here. It's about a 53-point dump. It's a double bottom, and we took it out at 8 in the morning, right? Which is the problem, kind of. Usually I'm 50-50 on these type of levels. Lately I've been a little bit more strict on my system to the point where I need a sweep during the New York session, in order for me to find my bias, because obviously every session has a different bias, right? Maybe London is bearish while New York is bullish, vice versa, right? So what I want to do here. Oh, and by the way, you guys can hear me good? All good, all good. You guys hear me? Yes, no, yes. Okay. Just making sure. Anyways, so thankfully we're getting a rejection here, which is literally perfect. We need this, all right? Because once again, we want to get a setup, pretty quick, so we have a good day. I mean, so yeah. So coming to market open, obviously, with us taking out this level at 8:30, 1 hour before market open, you could have a bullish bias, but it's a little bit iffy because obviously we don't know what the New York session wants to do. Look at this. Right? A second ago, we were super bullish with a huge buying candle. Now it's obviously we're dumping down, right? So what I want to do instead is obviously just wait for the levels to get taken out during the New York session, and then we use that. All right. So thankfully, like I said, really good thing that we didn't take out this fair value gap because now we can use it. But yeah, so in the meantime, let me actually put out that I'm live on YouTube real quick, guys. One sec. While we take out this low here, hopefully we take it out. I mean, we need to take it out. Market, you're dumping, just continue dumping a little bit more, please. That's all I ask for. Anyways, one sec here, guys. So I gotta put it out at 41. Okay, let me just put that out there. Okay, perfect. All right. Anyways, so yeah. So once again, guys, right now the market is a little bit iffy. It's trying to find its direction, which is normal for the first 5 minutes of market open. We all know the first 5 to 10, maybe 15 minutes of market open is usually the most hectic time to trade, right? Because obviously it's the weekend volume all flooding in. It's Monday, everyone's waking up. You get the point, right? So yeah, obviously the first 5 to 10 minutes of market open is going to be a little bit iffy while the market finds itself. It tells us whether it wants to trend, it go up, go down, chop, whatever it wants to do, it will tell us. All right, guys. Now, in the meantime, we cannot get tempted into taking any setups because right now, obviously, it's not very clear, right? The market has a doji candle, right? There's a lot of volume in both directions. Right now, in the meantime, what is ES doing? Because lately, ES has been a little bit of an SMT. Okay, so ES actually went ahead and took out the Asia low, and ES is dumping. Interesting, because okay, so I get a little bit of an understanding here, or a little bit. Okay, so obviously we can see here that ES is leading a lot lower. It's actually leading NQ back down red, which is good because now with ES taking out these lows here, including Asia, and then this low here from Friday, which is not going to be the Friday low. Well, it actually is. Yeah, the Friday low. Now that we take out those lows here, obviously we can see here ES is leading NQ lower. So what we need NQ to do is take out this New York low here, or this London low. This is gonna be a London low here. Did we create a 5 minute gap here? We did. I mean, I don't really think we're gonna hold it, but I'll mark it out just in case. Obviously we can see here that buyers are a little bit more interested in NQ because ES just continues dumping down here. ES created a fair value gap as well. Okay. Now here, let me open up my YouTube channel real quick. YouTube, what's going on, guys? What's up, guys? Good morning. Okay, anyways, back to focusing. Okay, so ES took out the lows here. So now that ES took out this Friday low, the Friday low, if ES wants to sweep now, NQ is going to pump, which is a problem because we barely missed the low that we need to take out at 180. Now, If we need to resort to a bullish bias, yes, technically speaking, we could use ES. That's not something I want to do though. I want to make sure that NQ is bullish because NQ is bullish, not because ES is bullish. So the problem is now is with ES trying to sweep this 796 level, since we all know that ES has been a lot more interesting in the markets lately because of all-time highs and just more volume overall. If ES is able to hold above 796, we're going up. And we all know this. We took out the Asia and we just took out the Friday low. So look at this. You guys see here how ES is barely sweeping? Look at NQ. NQ just wants to rip up. So technically speaking, yes, we can use this low here. It's just I want to take out 180. I want the marks to take out 180. Um It's a 50-50 because this level is good. It's just lately I haven't really been using levels that that haven't been taken out during the New York session. But now that we know that ES wants to go higher up, and we know that NQ is technically bullish above this DOL here, this double bottom, it's very tempting because yes, we can take this inverse off the 5-minute, especially the buying pressure looks really good. Great SMT, that's what I'm saying. Like it's good. Like it's very tempting. It's very tempting. I will say that. I will definitely say that. Let me give the market a little bit more time. If we see that we have enough buying pressure to really know that we're going to go up, we can use the SMT from ES and just determine our bias bullish and then just use 185 as our sweep level. Because that level is good. Like we're definitely respecting it. Which is what we need. The thing is, like I said, guys, I don't usually, or at least lately, I haven't really been using the London sweeps, but I might just do that today, at least with the light size, if anything. We could just base our buys from 185. But like I said, let's give the market a few more minutes. Let's see what we can do from there. And yeah, we'll see. Because ES, I mean, if ES wants to be bullish above 796 and actually even inverse this 5-minute gap that we created, by all means, I'm all for it. But I would prefer that we take out 180 as well. I mean, 180, 185, potato, it's a 5-point difference as well, but that's where liquidity sits at. I mean, so hopefully right now we reject off the VWAP. And if we want to go even lower, that's totally fine. We have a 15-minute gap down here at the 115s. So if you go to the 15-minute, you guys will see right here. So if anything, if we dump lower, we can get a hold below all these levels, and we get a hold below 127, and we just inverse this 15-minute gap into all these 3 levels down here as well. If we want to go lower, by all means, we could do that. All right. Someone say here, why is the stream black for me? Okay, let me restart the stream for you guys then. It seems like it's bugging out. Okay, there you go. Let me know if it works now, guys. While wait, are you actually going skydiving this weekend? I already texted Zaim. I already texted my boy. I'm like, yo, let's do it. He's like, yo, I'm down. It's working perfectly. Okay, sounds good. Okay, anyways, so let's see if we can go back down to 180. Right, we need to take out 180. Oh, sure, we can work with 185, but I would prefer 180. We're right there. Come on, 4 points. Come on, Q. You're right there. In the meantime, guys. Oh, we already took it out. What the heck? Okay, perfect. Now, guys, in the meantime, please bear with me. I'm gonna go use the bathroom. I was drinking a lot of water this morning, and your boy has to use the bathroom. Be right back. Using bathroom. And in fact, let me drink some more water. Okay, your boy will be back. Wait. Stop working now, bro. Wait, what? Bro, what is up with the stream? It works for me. Okay, I'll figure it out in a second, guys. I'm gonna use the bathroom. Very well needed. Okay, guys, I'm back. Okay, so now that we took our 180, we don't have to stress anymore. We're good. We literally needed this. All right, so now is how do we react? Right, now that we took out the main level, which now we can, hypothetically speaking, get a trade going. Question is now is which settle do we want to take? Because now on the 5-minute, we don't have anything. On the 15-minute, it's going to take a minute, right? We're not going to have a settle. Right, or at least not for now, right? But if we want to sweep this and go back up, we definitely can get a trade. Now, obviously, there's going to be a little bit of liquidity from this rejection point. We all know this, right? I would say with this level, for now, we can ignore it. I don't think we have enough data in the markets or enough like price action to really understand that this is going to be the strongest deal on nearby. It's just a New York high that we have, right? So if anything, what we could do is we can today. Okay, if we take longs today, guys, we're gonna have to size very light. Like I'm talking like 4 micros. Why? Well, guys, obviously you guys know lately I've been doing a lot of structure based stop losses, right? So what we can do here is we can actually get a 1-to-1 here, maybe. No. Yeah, this is okay. Now here's gonna be the next problem. Now, if we want to sweep this 180, which I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I'm kind of hoping for. I mean, we can work with 180, right? If we sweep above 180, which we're trying to, right, and we got a lot of buying pressure here, right? Question is the stop loss placement. That's gonna be a problem because yes, we can technically do. We can start with the 1-to-1, right? Just like this. Here's the problem. You guys know how 1-to-1 stop losses go. Yes, they're good. They work most times, but when they don't, it gets annoying because here's the problem. If we're bullish above 180 and we take longs from this 5-minute inverse with really good buying pressure and the market just so happens to have a really strong pullback and we get stopped out here, we were never wrong on the trade. We're not wrong on the trade until the market goes back down below 180. Here's the problem though. If we put a stop loss down here, that's a 90-point stop loss with a 55-point price target. Also not very ideal. So what would you guys want to do? Would you guys want to try out a 1-to-1? I mean, we could do a 1-to-1 with the first entry. If it doesn't work out, we just re-enter. Longs of a pullback. A pullback is never guaranteed. That's the problem. That's why I do inverses. So I'll ask you guys, because obviously, I want to trade with you guys. What would you guys prefer? Would you guys prefer a 1-to-1 risk reward, which will be just a 55-point stop loss? Or would you guys want to do a riskier type of trade with a 90-point stop loss with light size? You think 55 is fine? I would say we could try a 1-to-1 first. We can use the VWAP as kind of like a support area. You know what I mean? Like if we break below the VWAP, then okay, we're in trouble. And worst comes to worst, depending on our sizing, if because like I said, the only reason I'm a little bit worried with this is because obviously if we get stopped out due to a pullback, like I said, the trade is still going to be valid. The trade is valid above 180 no matter what. ES longs, you could do ES longs. Yeah, you guys can. It's the same thing, right? If we inverse the fair value on ES, we're going to inverse it on NQ. It's the same thing. If you guys want to do ES longs, you can. It's the same setup. You could probably get a better risk reward off of this because your stop loss would be only 6 points, which on ES is kind of nothing. Like you'll be risking like $400 on heavy size, 400, $500. That's not bad. So you could definitely do that. If for my ES traders in here, let me see. I have an old fair value gap on the 5-minute. It's old pistol value. Send me a picture. I don't think we have one. But yeah, in the meantime, I guess we can try a 1-to-1 and just go from there. I wouldn't be against it. And then we could do a little bit heavier sizing. So worst comes to worst, if we get stopped out, we can just re-enter. If it comes to, to that point. The thing is, it's going to be a little bit annoying. And you know how people get in the chat when a loss comes around, even though, you tell them like, hey, it's a little bit riskier because of the stop loss. But obviously, since I'm saying it now, I'm sure you guys probably understand. So yeah, if anything, if we get really good buying pressure above 180, depending on what the market does, we could definitely do a 1-to-1 stop loss above 270, which will be our entry off the 5-minute gap. We do a stop loss here below the VWAP. The VWAP would just be our support zone, I guess. And then we just target these highs up here. And then we go from there. Now you can target this level here. If you want a good liquidity, you could do 325, 310, 325, 10-point difference, 15-point difference. You could target each, whatever. But that's even if we hold it, right? Obviously, right now the market is still trying to find its momentum. We're only 15 minutes to the market open, so it's pretty normal. But yeah, we're definitely seeing the markets trying to sweep. It's kind of struggling a little bit. We're still bullish, right? Because obviously we're above 180. But yeah, we need to see what we can do here. I mean, we see what the market wants to do in general. Obviously, we already know what we want to do, right? We already did our part in the market. Question is what does the market want to do? Does it want to hold below 180, 163, and 127, or does it want to hold above 180 and pump all the way up into this inverse? Right now, I'm fine with either or. Right, all I need from the market today, guys, we have the setups, which is the hard part. We already have the setups. We have the levels. We're good on that. Right, we have the plan. Right, or at least I have the plan. Right, I know what to look for. The thing is what we need from the markets is momentum. We need to see what the markets want to do. Does it want to go up clean? If so, we take longs. Does it want to go down clean? You know what I mean? If so, we take shorts off this 15-minute. We have the setups, right? We just need to see what the market wants to do. That's the main concern here. All right, guys. So now that we got the hard part out of the way, which is forming the setups and everything, we sit back and we just wait. Simple as that. Now, hopefully it doesn't stop. You know, cats, don't knock on wood. It's Monday. Let's have a good Monday. All right. Hopefully we don't chop. But yeah. Now a lot of you guys are saying you guys can't hear me now, bro. Dude, what is going up with what is going on with Discord, bro? You're good? Yeah, people are telling me I'm good, and then people are telling me you can't hear. I can hear just fine. All right. Well, if you guys say so. If anything, you guys let me know. It's on their end? Okay, okay. Maybe just network issues. It's a stage bug. Dude, you would imagine Discord, a multi-billion-dollar company, you know. Hey David, I know I'm usually in the YouTube streams trolling you some days, but I wanted to say thanks on Thursday. When you took the trade, I didn't notice because I stopped watching my P&L. And took my first max payout. Dude, you're good, bro. Dude, bro, I troll with you guys, bro. Like, it's not a big deal, bro. We're here to have fun, bro. We're here to have fun. But yeah, bro, really good stuff on that payout, dude. Like, seriously. I'm really happy for you, man. Really, really happy for you. Hey Blast, can you help me? That fair value gap doesn't count on ES because half of the candles awake. No. No, you can count it. You can count it because half of the candle is awake, but this candle is big enough to be, obviously a little bit wicky, but still enough for an imbalance. So yes, you can still use this one. You can still use it because the imbalance itself is really really big. Like the candle is really big. But yeah, let's see what we want to do here. I mean, like I said, if we want to go back down below 180 and go back bearish, look, I'm all for it. Once again, we have the setups. Whatever the market does, we can work with it. All right, which is perfect. You know what I mean? The question is I'm not gonna lie to you guys. It's we have some pretty good volume off open, not too crazy, not too slow, just perfect. The momentum, it could be a little bit better. Obviously, sometimes off market open is a little bit choppy. Whatever the market's trying to find its rhythm. But so far, we're hoping for the best here. We're hoping for the best. So I guess I'll allow you back in floor. But all right, bro. Do you use the gap up between Monday close and Friday close and Sunday Asia open? That's not really my strategy. You're talking about the new week opening gap, which is pretty common. You could we could definitely look for something like that off of this gap. I don't trade them, but you could always expect a gap fill. I used to trade it. I used to trade gap fills a lot during options. But yeah. Yeah, so far, like I said, guys, the momentum of open, typical Monday, not the craziest. I'm hoping for something, but yeah, so far nothing, guys. To be honest with you, is a bearish candle going up? Wait. Is a bearish candle going up? No, bearish means down. Bearish means red. Bearish means the market wants to go down. A bullish candle means up. No news Monday, dude. We don't have any news today. I mean, this week, not today. This week. Well, today as well, but you get the point. This week all we have is FOMC minutes, which we all know doesn't do anything other than just make the markets chop on Wednesday. So if anything, Wednesday we can try to just trade the market open, and if nothing happens, then we go from there. Hopefully, it won't be slow. Yeah, I mean, no, the markets will for sure be slow. Wednesday PM session. We all know this. It happens every single time. But for the rest of the week, to be honest, it's just we just wait and see. Right now, it's like right now it's a little bit choppy. Choppy with volume. Hopefully we can get something soon, but hard to tell. Let me see something here. If a Ferrari gap is already migrated, I'm assuming you mean if a Ferrari gap is already filled. Do you still use it for an inverse? No. No. So for example, if this fair value gap here, if this candle here would have gone through the candle like up to here where my mouse is, I would have deleted the fair value gap. Why? Because we don't have it no more. It's already been filled. I mean, what imbalance are you going to be inversing? There's no imbalance. I mean, whatever imbalance there was, it got filled as this candle went through the gap. But now that we know that we still have a little gap here, we can still use this as an entry, right? What's the game plan? Dude, it's a little bit hard to tell at the moment. We're trying to look for some longs above 180, which is where we're basing our buys. Actually, let me just put here, hold above this DOL equals bullish buys, right? A hold above 180 and we're bullish into higher. Higher into where? Into an inverse, into 310, 325, 343, and 356. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's the current plan right now. But the thing is, you know, it's a little slow. There was news that came out around 9. I don't really recall news coming out at 9. Plus, nothing happened at 9. Yeah, it's one of the smallest candles, in fact. So yeah, maybe there was news. The market maybe just didn't react, but I didn't see anything. I usually always check beforehand. Um, but yeah, it does seem like we are um what's it called? It does seem like we are rejecting off the view up again, guys. So once again, just nothing. Yeah, I mean a break and hold above the view up, I guess will be more bullish, more buying pressure. Um, ES is trying to inverse the fair value gap, so maybe it leads us into something. But for now, guys, like I said, so far nothing in the market. We have our setups, but just no entries. So I guess we just continue waiting for the opportunity. Let me see. Now, some here in the. Oh wait. Let me actually lock in a little bit. We're actually pumping up a little bit here. So yeah, like you guys said, you guys voted on a 1-to-1 risk reward stop loss. So we can do a 30,020 a 30,215 stop loss. Um, from the 1-to-1 here. We could target this high up here, but the thing is, it's going to be too little of a target. So hopefully it doesn't bring any issues. It shouldn't, because ES does have room for higher. So if anything, we could just use ES as our guide. If I don't really think ES is stronger. Obviously, it does seem like NQ does have more buying pressure. Hopefully this level doesn't become an issue though. It's not the strongest one, but it definitely is there. I'm gonna try my best to ignore it, because I do want to target the higher liquidity at 310 for a better risk reward. So yeah, it will be a little bit riskier, but we can definitely make it work. Yeah, we need to see how ES reacts. Is obviously we need to make sure that ES is pumping up with NQ, because if ES is dumping while NQ is pumping, if ES wants to take control of the markets and control of the SMT, we're gonna go back down before any sweeps happen. So yeah, we need to make sure of that for sure, guys. MES wants to inverse that 5 minute. Yeah, I'm looking at it. It's a little bit weaker. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. NQ is trying to go up. Obviously, it's holding green. It's picking above the view up. We had good buying pressure a second ago. But we're struggling to go higher here, mainly because ES is just not allowing the markets. You guys see here, ES is actually dumping from the midpoint of the fair value gap. So we need ES to kind of pick up the pace here and kind of like maybe reverse. If ES wants to go back down bearish below 96, that's fine. As long as NQ follows. Like I said, I have a setup to the downside as well that I will take. Obviously it'll take a little bit longer because it's a little bit far away, about 100 points away. But it's a little bit of waiting can make it work. But in the meantime, I mean, I guess we just wait and see what the markets want to do. Maybe NQ takes control and wants to go higher. I mean, that'll be more ideal just because the setup is right there. I mean, we won't have to wait 100 point dump and all that stuff for an entry when we have one like 20 points away. You know what I mean? Like right there, not 20 points away, but you get the point. Yeah, 30 points away. And then we don't have anything on the 15 minute. Well, there's something on the 30 minute, which I don't really take, but it could be something. The 1 hour hasn't closed. So yeah, we gotta see. But I do want to take this 5 minute though. If ES breaks above the fair value gap, it will hit the view up. Yeah, but keep in mind that NQ is stronger. So if ES is going up, it's mainly because NQ is going up. So by the time ES hits the view up, I mean, where is the view up? Is it right on the fair value gap? Yeah, no, bro. By the time we hit the view up, bro, NQ should be like all the way up here, bro. Because remember, NQ is the one that's leading the markets higher. NQ is what has the most the buyer interest. ES has more seller interest, which is why ES is holding red while NQ is trying to hold green, right? So right now, what we're trying to do before we take the setup is we're trying to identify which one has more control. Does ES want to take control of the markets and make the markets go down with it, or does NQ want to have control and make the markets pump up with it, right? That's what we're trying to determine. And right now, it's a little bit complicated, mainly because NQ is more of or it was a doji candle, while ES is red, but now ES is trying to bounce up while NQ goes green. So it's a 50-50 right now. But we're gonna wait and see. Obviously, as we get closer and closer to entry, I'm sure we'll get our answer, and we go from there. All right. But for now, obviously, we're trying to see if we can get some really good buying pressure into this inverse from a DOL sweep right over here. Yeah, now that we're back in the fair value gap, let's see what we want to do. Yes, still holding red, so obviously NQ is gonna dump down with it a little bit. If ES can get a red to green flip, that'll be literally amazing, because then NQ would just pump up like there's no tomorrow, which is what we want. A nice hold above the VWAP. It does not look terrible. It's just we need that momentum. We need that buying pressure. We're kind of missing it right now. I'm not saying this is gonna make the setup look bad, but it's definitely gonna make this trade a little bit more, a little bit harder to take because we need that volume, right? So we need ES to kind of pick up the buying pressure here, if it wants to. Right, we're still waiting. We are about to hit 10 a.m., which is going to be a macro time. So we're probably going to get a spike in the next 5 minutes or so. Like maybe like a small spike. Hopefully that spike starts something, but for now, nothing yet, guys. The top of the opening range breakout is 290. Isn't 290 the New York high? No, it's not. 290. Hmm. I don't really trade opening range breakout, so I wouldn't know. But there's always a reactive area. Well, yeah, yeah, you could be right. Any area could be a reactive area. Like I said, that's why we need buying pressure. We need enough buying pressure to know that we have enough gas in the tank to go from point A, which would be our entry, to point B, which would be our price target. That's what I'm waiting for. But right now, it's like the market is like it's doing two different things at once, which makes it so much more trickier to really determine what the market wants to do. Because now ES is trying to hold red and trying to hold bearish below 796, while NQ is holding bullish above 180. I mean, so it's a 50-50 right now. So we're trying to wait and see if we can get some red to green flips to just make sure that buyers are in full control from the sweep of both 796 on ES and 180 on NQ, which obviously NQ shouldn't be an issue, but ES is the main problem. So yeah, if we can get a red to green candle flip in the next 5 to 10 minutes, that'll be literally amazing because we'll get the inverse on both NQ and ES for the entry point. And us knowing that NQ has more buyer interest, that's really good because we will know that if ES reverses back up and it goes even higher, chances are the NQ pumps twice as hard back up because NQ is the one that wants to go up in the first place. And we can see it with obviously with the buying pressure. Let me see. We took some trades that rejected at the opening range breakout in our last few losses. I do understand as well. I do know what mistakes we made in the last few losses, which is like two, I believe, 2 or 3. And all of them pretty much. Well, one I actually didn't know why we got stopped out. But the other two were mainly because of a draw on liquidity. We knew what we were getting ourselves into. And I was saying, hey, once we enter, we need to hold above this level. If we struggle, this trade is going to be cooked. And that's what happened. Now, the as far as 290 goes, I don't see where 290 comes from. Yeah, the 8 a.m. opening range breakout. Everyone trades different opening range breakouts. Maybe the New York Open, things like that. So as far as liquidity goes, which falls under my strategy, I'm not seeing any liquidity here other than the liquidity sitting at 282, which could be a problem. I'm hoping it's not, which is why I'm telling you guys we need good buying pressure above all of this here so we can see at least the 300s, which is where I will be scaling out if we take longs. But obviously right now we're just waiting and trying to see what we can do here. Can you explain why your stop loss is there? Like, what's the reasoning behind it? Okay, so this stop loss here is mainly going to be a stop loss from a one-to-one risk reward. I do want to place my stop loss at the drawn liquidity in which we're basing our buys from, but it's a little bit too wide in terms of 90 points. It's a little bit too big for a lot of people. So what we're doing instead, I went ahead and asked the chat. What we're doing instead is we're actually doing a one-to-one point stop loss, which means that from our first price target, with it being, oh wait, no, right here, this is gonna be our first price target. Anyways, with our first price target being 55 points, we would just do one-to-one. You know what I mean? So 55 points, pretty much. This is where we're finding our stop loss. I want to do 180, but it's gonna be a little bit. I'm gonna have to size light, and it's gonna be a whole thing. So if anything, we could try our first entry with with a lighter size with the 55 point stop loss. If we get stopped out and we have to re-enter, we could just size really light and just do a 180 point stop loss. Someone say here, is the stream delayed on YouTube? Yes, the stream is delayed by 1 minute if I'm not mistaken. Now, one thing I will say, guys, is I don't know if you guys saw it, but over the weekend I actually released a new discount or a new promotional offer. If you guys want to go ahead and try it out, this goes for you guys in the premium and you guys on YouTube. By the way, it's 10 a.m. We should get the spike soon. Hopefully, it's gonna be a macro time. But anyways, if you guys do want to join the premium, if you guys are on YouTube, or maybe you guys want the special promo in the Discord, pretty much the special promo that I'm doing right now, guys, is the previous one was join and get a free month, included. This one is if you guys join the premium, using this link right here, you're gonna get access to the indicator for completely free for 1 month. So obviously, I'm sure you guys have all tried out the indicator. You guys, have gotten the alerts with it. You guys have seen it. Maybe you guys are using it as we speak. I mean, but yeah, if you guys maybe haven't used the indicator, or maybe you guys want it, for free or whatever, you guys can always join with this link, which I'll just send here in the chat. And then obviously once you guys join, just DM me and I'll send you guys the link for the indicator, so you guys can obviously just put it onto your chart. So yeah, if you guys want to go ahead and join, here's the link. I went ahead and sent it in the YouTube. All right, obviously they'll give you access to the premium, which will obviously give you more access to real-time live trading, alerts, guides, more access to the community, more access to me, which I'm more active, and stuff like that. And obviously it will give you the free indicator as well. All right, if you guys want to try it out. Okay, someone's here. Why do you use the level at 325 as a TP? Oh, I'm not using this as a TP. I'm using this more as a reference level. It's not really a pullback, to be honest. It's kind of just more of a choppy range. So I kind of just have it marked out as just so I know that there's a level there. But I'm not gonna target it. My main target level is gonna be 325. Not 325. Wait, 325. Oh yeah, no, 325. The one on top. Yeah, 325. Yeah. This is just our price target. It's a level of liquidity. I thought you were talking about 310. Yeah, this is a level of liquidity. I mean, you pump up, we dump down, we had like a staircase up, found this level, and then we dump down even harder. This would just be your lower high being created. It's not enough of a pullback though, right? It is. I mean, how many? I mean, 32 points. It's not only just a pullback. It's how do we react off this level? Like, what type of rejection did we get off of that? You know what I mean? So looking at this level here, you can see that obviously, shortly after, and by the way, we are wicking like crazy. Shortly after, we dump down into the new lows. So this would just be your lower high. It's not the strongest level of liquidity. So if you want to really target a good level of liquidity, you would target 343. But obviously, we're going to be hitting some levels on the way. You know what I mean? Someone said the indicator be smarter than David sometimes. No troll. Yo, bro. Yo. Come on now, bro. But yeah, once again, mindful. It's just a level of liquidity. The same way this is a level of liquidity. Technically speaking, yeah, it is. But I'm gonna target 325 instead, or maybe like 315, maybe like in the middle. But right now the market's not even doing anything, so it's hard to tell you guys what I even want to target because ES is having the time of his life, going down right now. NQ is trying to find its momentum. So far nothing yet, guys. Why is there a selfie of some random guy in the chat, bro? Chris, is that you, bro? I mean, we're dumping down right now. Once again, the market just doesn't have any direction yet. So we've been stuck at the opening price for the last 35 minutes. So far, nothing yet, guys. That's Chris at work. Bro's feeling himself a little bit too much, bro. David, if I pay for lifetime, can I get a 1-on-1? I have a different option for the 1-on-1. Because the thing is, if I did a 1-on-1 for everyone in lifetime, I'm never gonna end with the calls. So yeah, I have my own like 1-on-1 package, which I don't really promote too much, but if anyone's interested, it's always there. How much is lifetime? I'm not gonna ask you guys. I have a special discount for lifetime. You can get it for like what is it, 60%, $200? Because I usually do it for 500, which I feel like it's where is it? Here. Lifetime. Right here. Oh, the 1-on-1, right here. I got you guys. Okay, wait. Okay, guys, please don't. Okay, I'm not gonna say don't consider the 1-on-1, but like the whole point of it is so not many people buy it. You know what I mean? Because it's a lot of work. Like I do, dude. You guys don't understand, bro. Like I do like freaking like 3 to 4 calls a day, and they're okay pretty long, bro. So the more people that are there, bro. Oh my goodness. But yeah, if you guys feel like you really do need it, obviously I'm not gonna tell you guys no. But yeah, it's just not something I usually really promote too much. Is it video calls? Yeah, I do pretty much calls like every single day. I used to do group calls with my mentorship group, but the thing is, it's gotten to the point where like obviously so many people request 1-on-1 calls to the point where I don't have time to do the group calls anymore. So I just do the 1-on-1 calls. That's like my main priority. But yeah, I usually just do it. Like if you need like any like if you feel like you're struggling just based off your own mindset or whatever, that's where I help you with. Someone say here, I'm thinking of getting lifetime, but I'm scared you might stop streaming in 1 year. Dude, I am not going anywhere, bro. I promise you guys. Look, I love what I do, bro. Maybe maybe once the bills are paid, maybe all I'm gonna do is maybe just be less stressed. You know what I mean? Because you guys know when it comes to me taking a loss, like bro, I look like tweak out, bro. Like, bro, I fucking hate losing, dude. It's not even because I hate losing because of emotions or just money or whatever. I hate losing because I don't like to see you guys lose, bro. So I don't stress myself out like crazy. Um, but yeah. What's the discount for the lifetime code? I do. What's the discount for the lifetime code? You're completely right. What is the discount for the lifetime code? Try code 60. Try 60. Hold on. I think code 60 works. No, not 69, bro. Okay, if 60 doesn't work, try code lifetime. It's one of those two. Once again, I don't really promote the lifetime like that. Try code either lifetime or 60. One of those. Oh shit. Hold up, guys. One sec. There you go. But I mean, if you guys want to join lifetime, I don't really promote it too much. Bro, alright, James, bro. Come on now, bro. Lock it, bro. Oh, yeah, bro. What is this market doing, bro? Market of doom, bro. David, when are you gonna promote? I have a discount for the 3 month. Like I said, I don't really promote it. Like, I usually just do monthlies because it's like the cheapest. But if you guys want to join the 3 month, I have an 80% off code, which is like $30 for 3 months. If you use code 80. Bro, I'm hooking you. Yo, bro. I'm hooking you guys up with these discounts, bro. Like, yo. But yeah, if you guys want the 3 month, it's a code that I've always had like active. I just don't really promote it. It's code 80. It's 80% off. Uh, David, is there a lifetime option for the indicator? Yeah, there is, but that's not discounted. I don't really do discounts on the indicator. Um, but yeah, David, I got your choice. DM me. That's probably because you probably had like a duplicate subscription. One thing. Well, there you go, bro. How do we know we got the next month free? Oh, I stopped doing that promo. Oh, unless maybe you got it before. If you got it before and it doesn't show as like the you got the month, just DM me. Because the thing is, here's the thing with WAP, guys. When I do these special promos, like where I offer like something like a free month or like the free indicator or something, whatever, WAP doesn't let me just do those promos. I have to do them manually. So when you guys join, like like every join that I get, I have to open up WAP, search up your email, and then add the 30 days. And obviously, when a lot of you guys are joining, due to maybe wait, I got an email here. Due to like high demand or whatever, maybe you guys just want to join or whatever. If I miss it, I might just miss it. You know what I mean? So that's why I always tell you guys, like, hey, like if you got the month, before, like I already ended that promo. But if you guys got the month, DM me just so I know. You know what I mean? Anyways, so now guys, we're low-key dumping. Hopefully something happens because like, dude, I'm trying to get a trade, bro. Any plan for shorts? Yes, we have a plan for shorts on the 15 minute. It's a little bit far away. I will say that it's by like 50 points. It's not super far away, but with today's volume and momentum, it's a little bit far away. 65 points, right? We have a plan for shorts, which is just a simple hold below 127 with good selling pressure. But the thing is like, dude, this market sucks, bro. Like, bro, that's how like it sucks. Like, I can't even get my words together, bro. Is there a discount for the 1-on-1 mentorship? No, definitely not. No. Not for the 1-on-1, bro. I'm fully booked on the 1-on-1s, bro. Like, obviously there's a few spots, but dude, it's like it's a lot of work, bro. So but yeah. Yeah, the end of the oh, my fault. My apologies. You guys know, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, bro. Look, even I'll admit, bro, I fucking suck responding to DMs. Like, I'm terrible with it. Um, yeah, I'm just not good at responding. Like, just in general. Yeah, you do. Yeah, I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry, guys. It's not only you guys. Like, my friends do. Like, speaking of, my friend called me a few days ago, and I told him I'll call him back. I never called him back. Like, bro, I feel bad because, like, I don't want people to think like I have something against them. I'm just not really on my phone like that. Like, I don't know how to explain. I'm just not good with those things, bro. For example, look, Taco. I completely wait. Actually, Taco. I think I'm processing. You should be in already, or not, if not yet, then soon. Same question. I bought lifetime. Will I get the indicator with it? Yeah. Fuck it. Just DM me. DM me. Once again, if you guys are joining with the link with the discount link, remember guys, you guys gotta DM me so I can send you the link to the indicator because it's included with the offer that you guys joining. But yeah. Oh, by the way, bro, I never ended up mentioning it, guys. That's right, I gotta post it. Guys, okay, surprise. Apex extended the discount, 90% off. We all know this, right? It happens every other day. But no, this time, guys, it's a little bit more special because you guys, okay, look, usually you guys know how I'm always promoting the 50Ks because it's what I use. Apex, I don't know if they're listening to me. Maybe, hey, Apex, if you're listening to me, obviously they're probably not, but they're actually doing a special promo for the 50Ks and still the 100Ks where they make it cheaper. So look, for example, look on the 25K accounts, the no activation fee trading the trading drawdown accounts. Wait, did they take out Trade Evade? I'm pretty sure you're supposed to select Trade Evade. I don't know. It'll probably give you the option like as you purchase it. Anyways, one thing I will say, guys, is okay. Look, so for the 25K and the 150K, you guys see like their full price, right? Well, they're discounted with the 90% off discount, obviously. But if you go to the 50K, you guys ready? Look, 25K, $70 all in, like evals and lifetime fee. For the 50K, it's $50. Like for the eval and the activation fee. And you guys know I usually always promote the 50K. The 100K is pretty good as well, but the 100K is actually cheaper than the 25K, which I don't know why they just don't make everything cheaper, but whatever. It's just like a special promo, I guess. But yeah, guys, if you guys do want to get some accounts, remember the ones that I use is the intraday trailing drawdown on 50Ks. Obviously, I would tell you guys get the no activation fee. It's the cheapest one you can get because the thing is the standard is only $25, which is super cheap. But the thing is when you pass it, I think you need to pay $80 in activation. I think $80, right? Is either 80 or 120, one of those. But overall, it's just more expensive. So if you guys just want the cheapest account, I will do intraday, no activation fee. I will do the 50K. But if you guys struggle with drawdown, all the 100K does is it gives you $1,000 in more drawdown, in max drawdown, which is pretty good. For an extra like $10. So yeah, if you guys do want to get some accounts, the code is on the screen. It's called Blastoise. I do have to promote this in the Discord because I never promoted it. But yeah, the 50Ks are and the 100Ks are just cheaper than the rest because of just some special promo they have going on with the 90% off discount, which as you can see, it's right over here. So yeah, if you guys do want to get some accounts, it's called Blastoise. All right, guys. But yeah, other than that, the market has done absolutely nothing. I mean, we did take out another level of liquidity at 163. Maybe this is the start of something. Please, market, please, But yeah, so far nothing. Anyways, let me catch up with the chat here. Someone said here. Oh, wait, I actually. Wait, what the heck? Okay. Anyways, someone said here if you already have lifetime premium and want to get a one-on-one. Okay, so if you guys already have lifetime premium, I don't charge you full price for the one-on-one, because obviously it includes the lifetime premium, so I kind of just discount whatever you paid. Usually, you guys pay like $200 for the lifetime, which is a lot of money. Which that's a lot of money. But yeah, I do discount it. I do discount. So for example, if you pay $200 for the lifetime, for the one-on-one, I would just discount that 200 because it's obviously not fair. You know what I mean? What the one-on-one offers is it offers lifetime to everything: the indicator, the website, the premium, and everything. So obviously, I'm not gonna charge you full price if you already bought it. You know what I mean? How do I get notifications from TradingView with the indicator? Okay, there's a lot of question here. Someone asked me. He said, Blurry said, how long does Apex take to send the payouts? Usually with the new accounts, they send it in like an hour. It all depends on your bank because when they send you the money, your bank has to process it and then it goes into your bank account. But as far as Apex approving your payout, it takes like 1 to 3 hours max. Usually, where the one gives access to the website. Yeah, of course, the website is to help you guys. Hey David, can I get the indicator? You guys got to DM me. You guys got to DM me. But yeah, someone asked you how to get notifications for TradingView. If that's with the indicator, I can send you the guide. Just let me know. I messaged you. Oh, I'm gonna check it out. And wait, let me just here. Send it over here. Well, what I was gonna say was I don't really check DMs while streaming because I'm low key like focused. But yeah. Oh yes, the indicator. Okay. Just do this here. Here. Copy message link. Okay. What are we doing? Are we getting bought up? Nope, not yet. Come on, Market, do something, bro, please. I'm trying to get. I'm trying to get a trade here, bro. Is your data delayed? The candle's bullish? No, the stream is delayed. So maybe the candle's green right now, like as we speak, but for you it's like 1 minute delayed because you're on YouTube. Once again, if you guys do want to join the premium, for $10 and get the indicator included, this will be the link right here. All right. Someone say here, I still have to pay an activation fee on the 50K intraday. Oh yeah, that's probably because you got the standard account. Like I said, if you guys want to get like the cheapest account, just do no activation fee. It's way cheaper. I got lifetime previews. Like, yeah, just DM me. I have lifetime preview. Is there a discount if I purchase lifetime indicator? No, I don't do discounts with the indicator. At least I haven't yet. Does a one-on-one lifetime give access to the premium on the website or just the essential? No, premium everything. You get max everything. The indicator, um, we're actually trying. I have a friend, that he's trying to automate the indicator. Would you guys use that? Okay, hold on. No, wait. This is actually a topic I've actually never asked. Okay, so long story short, guys, I have a friend. He's in a group chat with me and Hanif. And he offered us. He's like, hey, I can automate the indicator. Thoughts, dude? That is beautiful. Are you fishing right now? Okay, anyways, let me not get distracted. Anyways, so yes, guys, I have a friend that he's in a group with me and Hanif, and he offered us. He's like, hey, I will automate the indicator. Like he's running a service and not a service, but like he's running like a servers. Is what I'm trying to say to see the stats and data on the indicator to tweak and make it work. Um, if everything gets approved, obviously by me and everything, like it works and I see it work, because you guys know I will never sell you guys some bullshit. You know what I mean? Ever. I don't care. You know what I mean? But would you guys be interested in that or not really? Yeah. Now here's the problem. As to why I haven't really like. Sorry, I got a call. When you have lifetime, how do you get the 101 for less? Just DM me. Just DM me. I'm gonna have to respond to a lot of DMs today. Oh my gosh, dude. Okay. Anyways, so yeah, here's the problem though. As to why I haven't really promoted or really talked about this. So yeah, we're still developing it because if anything, I put it into a live account. If I know it works, I'm gonna put it into a live account and just have a trade for me while I do the my own prop from trading, whatever. The thing is a lot of you guys do prop trading, and that's the problem. A lot of prop firms don't allow automated trading. So yeah, let me see. I already got burned from RP's automated system, so probably not. But if it works, maybe. Yeah, that's the thing. Like I said, I would never sell you guys some bullshit. Like, if I see it works like 50-50, I'll probably just keep it for myself. And, like me and the group uses it and, whatever. If we tweak it, if it works, whatever. But if I feel like it can actually make like a big difference, I could just give it to you guys. Or, well, not give it to you guys because, we spend a lot of money. Or my friend is spending a lot of money. I'm not really doing much from it. He's the one that offered. I mean, but yeah. Bassett, just DM me. DM me. But yeah, you guys know I will never really tell you guys anything like you know like look if I know like the way I like to work, guys, is I think the word is having morals. Like I don't know, bro. Like I don't sell like anything that doesn't work, bro. Like nah, that's just not how I work, bro. Like if I'm here to do business, like I want loyalty and all that good stuff. Someone said scam me, big D, it's okay. Dude, bro, do you guys like have like some kink or something, bro? Dude, I'm just a trader, bro. Like, for the notifications, which one do you recommend? The 5 or 15 minute? Dude, do both. Fuck it, do both. If there's a sub on the 15 minute, you'll know. But yeah, I guess like if we were to update the indicator, the next update will probably just be automating it. Because like once again, the indicator is it's already automated. It's just you have to click the button, which obviously it's good because like um I don't really want that responsibility of an automated indicator and you guys, lose your money. I don't want that responsibility. You know what I mean? That's a lot. You know what I mean? I don't want that stress. You know what I mean? Um, but I mean, for the most part, it tells you where to enter. Why not just have it enter for you? You know what I mean? Like once again, we're trying to see if it works. We're trying to see if it's consistent. You know what I mean? Maybe it works. I'll let you guys know. Obviously, I'll update you guys. Um, but yeah, I mean, we're trying. It's a work in progress. It's gonna take a few more months, I'm pretty sure, because obviously it has to be perfect. Um, but yeah, I mean, look at this. The indicator literally does everything for you. Why not just have it say, okay, hey, you know what I mean? Like, I completely forgot what I was gonna say. Yo, David, how old am I? Bro, I'm 20, bro. I'm 20, bro. Damn, Unk. All right, bro. Dude, I've been waiting on this fucking email for the longest time, bro, and I haven't gotten anything, dude. It's actually overdue. I need this. Whatever, I'll just call them later. Lock in. I mean, not yet. I mean, there's really nothing here. I mean, yeah, we have a 5 minute gap, but like, are we really trying to take it in a choppy area? No, let's just bug out. The heck? Yes, it's chopping. I mean, this market is pretty buns. I'm sure I can get a trade for you guys. It's just like, dude, I need something. I need some momentum. David, do you watch the NFL? Not really. No, I don't really watch sports like that, bro. I watch esports. That's about it. Pretty nerdy of me to say that, but yeah. Now, okay. Now, my YouTube, there's a lot of people talking about RP's thing. I'm sure it works. I mean, I think I've seen, yeah, I've seen people like have success with it, like his past accounts. The only thing I'm confused about is how they twist the system. Because once again, if most firms allowed automated trading, I would have been on it. Like, I'm sure I would have. Um, I don't really understand how they like. Maybe they got special permission from like Apex or something. Because from what I saw from most people using the automated service that they offered, um, I don't know. Like I saw a lot of people use Apex. One thing, I'm not really affiliated with that automated service or anything. Like I never really see it work or whatever. Like in the works. But the one thing I'm like I really want to know is how did they get Apex to like allow them to do automated trading with like thousands of people? Because if I can get that permission, shit, I would. Oh wait, my cousin's there. Cookie. Hey, what's up, bro? Come in. Yeah, bro. Like, dude, if I got special permission from most firms that I could do an automated service, shit, dude, I'm on that, bro. Best believe I'm on that, bro. Someone said, "Are you done borrowing my Z06? I need it back, bro." I was using it with every firm. The thing is, dude, okay, you could use it, but the problem is once you get caught, you're done, bro. Like, you're cooked. They're gonna ban you. And I'm not trying to get banned from Apex, bro. Look, I love what I love Apex. See, it's a third party website, but here's the thing. I don't really think it matters. I don't know anything about automation. I've never gotten, I'm not a developer. I don't do automation. I never even gotten my trades automated. Um, but even if it's a third party, I'm pretty sure the way Apex detects it, or most firms detect it, is I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know. Maybe they just work the rules. You know what I mean? I don't fucking know. I gotta ask them. It works off signals to trader posts. But the thing is, how how is automated trading detected? Is it by like a big group of people or something? Like, yo, bro. All right, bro. They turn on a VPN and do the trading from a virtual machine. For real? Okay, I don't think it's like that either. Because that'll be too much work. It's automated. That'll just be more copy trading, right? Once again, I don't know how it works. Like, I'm just trying to learn. You know what I mean? Like I said, I've never done automation. I've never done automated trading. I don't know if I ever will. Because it kind of ruins the fun of trading. Um, Maybe in the future, right? But I do want to know how it works. Like, some someone said it's a VPN. Like you connect to a VPN and then someone trades for you. But the thing is, wouldn't it be like if Apex detects like a million people trading from one VPN with all the same entries? You know what I mean? Like, wouldn't that be a little bit off? Why does the indicator get all jumbled up on the training view? Okay, that's actually an issue that we need to fix. It's a really easy fix. So look, if you guys load up the indicator, it'll probably just load up like this, right? With like a bunch of levels everywhere, right? How do you fix it? Super easy. Just oh, oh, never mind. Oh, I thought you were talking about this because usually what it does is it'll open up like this. All you do is just zoom in. It's pretty common sense, just like that. But for you, I think it's a different issue. Hanif, I'm pretty sure you know how to do this, right? I'm pretty sure you right click it and then you do scale to chart, I think, right? For the indicator. I've never seen it do that. I don't know why it's doing it for you. Um Common sense, what's that, David? I don't know, bro. I don't. I'm gonna ignore this 5 minute here. Like I said, this setup looks good. It's just price action literally sucks right now. I need better momentum. So I'm still waiting for a setup, guys. Okay, look. So right click on the indicator. What do you click on? I need Hanif in here, bro. Hanif, where are you at, bro? Oh, right there. Yeah, right there. Yeah, you would just change it there. Let me see. Someone say your Apex is okay with automation as long as it's not high volume and you're monitoring it. Apex will let you use automated system as long as it's not high frequency trading. What does that mean? High frequency trading. What is that? Like getting in and out like every other second? High frequency trading. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I mean that makes sense. Yeah, because like yeah, I guess they don't want a set and forget type of strategy. Okay. How would they know if you're monitoring it? I've always thought that Apex was completely against automated trading. It says it on the website, like they will not tolerate it. But I guess there are rules to it. I mean, you always have to ask. You know what I mean? You always have to ask and see. David, I got you an egg, an 8 leg barley for sport. Dude, I'm good off that, bro. I'm good off that, dude. But yeah, because that is true. Yeah, it makes sense. Because I have seen a lot of automated systems where they get in and out every second as the market is dumping or pumping, and they like, you know what I mean? So that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Cool. Okay, yeah. Then I mean, if they allow automated trading, I could probably just try it out. Maybe it's not my best interest to be honest, but you never know. They're not against it. I have my friend who gets payout from Apex with automated trading. Damn, bro, I look, you need that bot. The thing is, I've also never like hold on. I've always been I've always been more of a doubtful type of person. Like, if it's too good to be true, I'm that type of person that, as a kid, I've been scammed a million times, especially on Roblox and all these fucking games. So like I question everything. Like, no matter how legit it seems, I'll question it. Like, I don't care. When it comes to automated trading, I've always thought about it being too good to be true because think about it. You invest what $2,000 on a bot, and it makes you 20K in payouts every month. Isn't that too good to be true? Wouldn't banks be buying that? That's something I've never understood. You know what I mean? Healthy scheduling is necessary. Exactly. I'm not saying it's not. It doesn't work. I never said that. You know what I mean? Don't twist my words. All I'm saying is like in general, like when people sell bots that work and get you payouts, don't you guys think like the big money will see that and see it as an opportunity to be like, hey, like I want you to work for me and automate our trading, with our algorithm, to make us money, just like how you're making these retail traders money. You get what I'm saying? Scam the Roblox is crazy, dude. I used to trade a lot, and I've gotten scammed a lot, bro. I've learned to doubt everything, bro. Like I'm a very doubtful person, always, bro. Until I see it in person, I see it work, I doubt it. No, I'm not saying it doesn't work. I'm not saying it's just I'm a doubtful. Like what I mean. Like I don't know. I've always just thought like I've never tried automated systems ever. I've never even considered them because I've always just thought like the market is very what is it called, like this you need what's the word, discretion, I think that's a word, something like that, something like that. I don't know, like I don't know how to explain it, bro. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm saying, bro. Whatever. Hedge funds definitely use them. Yeah, that's what. Obviously, yes, we all know hedge funds and banks, and they all use automated trading. We all know that. Obviously, they invest billions into these algorithms. We all know that. All right. By the way, guys, don't freak out. I'm not taking this inverse market volume sucks. Like the momentum is off. Like this fair value gap, it's a 50-50. I'm not using it. Um, but yeah, I mean, we all know these big money, hedge funds and these institutions, they all use algorithms. But the thing is, don't you think that someone selling a working, once again, I don't know, maybe it does work. I've never tried it, right? I'm just a very, I don't know, whatever. But the thing is, like, I feel like if, okay, look, if I were to sell a system that I know works and makes money with my strategy, and it's like statistically it makes money, 70% winner or whatever, like automated, instead of selling it for like $100 to a retail market, which is you guys, why not just sell it for a few million to a fucking bank and retire and never have to worry about it again? You know what I mean? Hey, peace, Chris. Peace out. Peace out. But like that's what I would do. Maybe the retail has more money. I mean, I don't. That'll be more work though, because you got to promote it and you got to show the retail market. You know, 'cause maybe people doubt it. With banks, it's a one-time sell. I mean, if I know I have a system that works, boom, I'll go to freaking call someone up and be like, hey, I have a system. Let me sell it to you. Retail has more, but it's more work as well. Don't you think? I mean, I don't know. Like once again, guys, I've never like dabbled myself into this. Like I'm actually trying to learn. Maybe you guys know more than I do. I'm gonna call it. Gotta wake up for work in 6 hours, dude. You're good, bro. I'm trying to get a setup here, bro. But once again, the market is so freaking. We're still stuck at where we opened at. We opened what right here, dude. We're still stuck here. We haven't moved. Who makes the quants do? Who teaches? Wait, who makes? Who teaches the algorithm? The quant. Yeah, exactly. But the thing is, you know what I mean? Like if there's something that works, you know, why not just sell it to them? You know what I mean? Because yeah, either way, if you have a system that works and you're gonna make millions off of it, why not make millions in one go rather than promoting it to 100 people and convincing them that you have a system that works? You get what I'm saying? That's what I would do. And you're right, Jack. You're completely right. Yeah, Reese does not have money to invest into algorithms. These are like multi-million dollar systems. It has more banks hire quants for like 6 figures. Dude, it has to be more, bro. Maybe high 6 figures. Um, dude, that's serious, dude. That's like money for investors. You know what I mean? That's something that you need to, you know, the salary has to be there. You know what I mean? The indicators in the trade right now, yeah, it's probably in off this 5 minute. I personally don't like it. I just don't like the momentum in the markets. I feel like if we would have taken this trade, it would have been a very, very iffy trade. Not worth it to me, to be honest. So I'm still waiting. I'm waiting on the market to push somewhere so I can take. I have setups. I'm not gonna tell you guys I'm gonna take cash today. We have setups. I just need like a good push into one of these setups with good momentum and good volume, so I know to take it. So far, dude, I'm not taking this. There's no way I'm trading this fucking market, dude. I don't care if you guys want to trade or not, bro. This is not tradable. I need a push, so I'm gonna keep waiting. But yeah. In the meantime, I guess we can just keep chatting. Someone said you can scan this PA and get a banana, bro. You're taking my joke, bro. I said that joke on Friday, bro, or on Thursday, dude, or what Wednesday, Thursday, Wednesday, one of those days. I already said that joke, but you can't take my joke, bro. Come on now, bro. You're done for the day. How are you up $800, bro? What setup did you take? What? If you're gonna automate your strategy, do it through Python. Validate and test it, and have brokers and then monitor it. Yeah, that's what my friend is trying to do. That's why he's running servers. He's buying data and all that stuff. Because my friend is trying to automate the indicator that I give you guys. He's trying to automate it for himself, but he's like, hey, bro, like if we if we can put it out there, why not? You know what I mean? If it works. So obviously it will have to go through me first. I'll have to check it out, through months of data to see if it's actually consistent and works good, and then maybe I'll give it to you guys. Once again, I've never been a huge fan of automation because I don't know how it works. Hey, there's a first for everything. You know what I mean, maybe it does work. Maybe it's the next step in the direction for the business. You know what I mean? Who knows? Hedge funds aren't gonna buy a program from us though. You never know, dude. You never know. Um, you really never know, dude. If there's something that works and you pitch the idea and you offer it, nah, bro. You crashed the Mustang, dude. How, bro? Brake check, bro. Please tell me you have dash cam, bro. Yes. Whew. Dang, it, bro. Get a C8, bro. Fuck the Mustang, bro. Get a C8, dude. Insurance pay me out for the car. What is that? 50? It's a 50, right? I can't see. An eco? How much do ecos go for? Time for dude. My friend had the same thing, bro. He literally got brake checked and he went from eco to a 50. Dude, that car is so bro. I have never heard a louder car in my entire 20 years of living, bro. They pay a lot for the scripts already. That's what I'm saying. Look, millions. If you have something that works statistically, sell it, bro. Fuck it. Why sell it to retail? Why sell it to you guys for $100 and be like, guys, please buy my script? No, bro. I'm gonna sell it to a bank for a one-time use, bro. Well, retail's 30K. And equals 30K? Nah, impossible. An EcoBoost is $30,000. Nah, hold on. EcoBoost used. Okay, well, the new ones. 50K mouse, 26K, 2021, 20K. Damn, bro. It's just expensive as fuck. I thought they were like 15K for an EcoBoost. What? Well, the old ones, like 2017, they're 10K. Which is pretty fair, to be honest. But dude, the 5.0s, bro, my friend has one. I don't know how to explain it because like I didn't even know you could do this until my friend did it. He's running his exhaust like it stops mid. Maybe it's a Mustang thing. I don't know. I've never seen cars do this. Um, but he has his exhaust like it stops in the middle of the car, and that thing is so loud, bro. Like, is it open them? That's probably what it's called. Yeah, I think it's something like that, dude. Oh my god, dude, he did a pull. I have a video. He did a pull. I promise you, my friend is probably in this call, bro. He could vouch for this, but we couldn't hear anything for the next like 3 days. I promise. He did the loudest. You could hear him. I kid you not, 3 miles away, like he's next to you. Saying it's expensive, dude. Hold on, not like that either, bro. You know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, dude, at that point, bro, why even run an exhaust, dude? You know what I mean? Those Mustangs get obnoxiously loud. Okay, look, Mustangs, they're good loud. Like they're loud where it's like, okay, that car sounds really good. Now, if you have an Infinity and it sounds like a fart can, bro, please, we're not trying to hear that, bro. Look, I used to be that guy that used to love Infinities, and I was actually trying to buy one, and my mom told me not to because it looks like a shit box. I'm not saying they're shit boxes, but like, you know what I mean. Oh gosh, the trumpet, bro. Yes, bro, the freaking tin can, bro. The trumpet boys. The Infinities. Okay, look, I'm not slandering Infinities. Look, they're amazing cars. I'm sure they're really reliable cars. They're pretty fast, and they're cool. I love Infinities. I love the way they look, but it's just that sound, bro. Like, just invest into a good exhaust system, bro. Like, please, bro, please. Dude, people chop off their fucking mufflers and call it a day, bro. No, do it right, dude. And I know some of you guys in here are Infinity boys, bro. But like, damn, bro. Is there a setup on ES? Dude, ES is not moving, bro. Do not trade this, dude. We're still waiting. Like I said, guys, I'm not getting off until I get a setup today. Because once again, we have setups. It's just the market's not going nowhere. Oh, super up, dude. You're pretty much buying BMW, bro. David, what months do you typically struggle? I'll let you guys decide. I know the answer. It's 2 months. Do you guys know the months? These are my worst months in my entire history of trading. August, okay, that's one. What's the second month, guys? December? No. February, bro. February. I don't know what's worse. August or February, bro. Those are my worst months, bro. Like that's when I go on losing streaks. That's when my consistency goes down. Every other month, there's no tomorrow. You know what I mean? Like those are my months. But dude, August and February, bro, those months suck for me, bro. At 792, I think there's a setup. 792. Wait, 792. We are at 792. I think there's a setup at 792. There's no setup here. I mean, it's just pure chop. Maybe you're talking about a fair value cup that's trying to be formed. It's only a 6 point candle, so it's not even enough. So yeah, so far nothing on ES. Plus, especially in a choppy market, bro, the last thing you want to be trading is ES. It's terrible. But yeah, dude. I think your name is Eric. I always have stream mode, but bro, what's good, bro, is that you're good, bro. You know what I mean? You're safe. You're on stream. You're trading, bro. That's what that matters, bro. My bad for not saying it at first. You know what I mean? I was kind of like a little bit shocked because it's a fucking accident. But good thing that you're good, bro. Like that's what really matters. Dude, I've been in what, 2 accidents? Praying to God I never get another one, bro. But dude, they've been scary. Dude, my first accident, the car was already bent in half. Like some lady, I don't know, maybe she was like super tired, bro. I was driving to school one day, and bro, I'm never gonna forget, bro. I have the picture, dude. The car was literally bent in half, like on the driver's side. I got hit, bro. I thought I freaking broke my arm, dude. It was terrible. What's it called? Dude, that it was the day that what was it, little baby, he dropped his album. Which one? The yellow one? Like it's like yellow cover. You guys know what I'm talking about? The yellow. Let me search it up. Lil Baby album. Oh, and it was either DJ Khaled's album or no, it was Lil Baby for sure. Hold on, images. This one. When he dropped this one was when I got into the accident with my Honda, which was my first ever car that my mom bought for me. Um, dude, I was driving to school, right? It was like what, like 6:30 in the morning, 6:30, 6:50 around there. I'm driving to school. I'm not thinking anything because like I'm just looking like locked in, just driving, listening to album. I'm like, yo, look, dude. I run a green light, and out of nowhere, I just see yellow high beams just getting brighter and brighter and brighter. By the time I look, bam, dude, gone, dude. The car, it does 2 spins. I couldn't even get out of the car, bro. The freaking doors were jammed, bro. The car was freaking bent in half, dude. It was terrible, bro. Thankfully that was good. And yeah, other than that, I actually made a profit from that car. We bought that car like for like a steal from Facebook, or my mom bought it. And then the insurance actually ended up paying us like an extra $3,000, which fucking amazing, dude. So with that money, I bought my dad's BMW. And then there was the start of my car career. Yeah, dude, the accident was pretty bad. And then obviously after the BMW, I bought my Corvette, which is a Stingray. Fucking love that car, dude. This one I do have a picture of. I don't really post my accidents because, dude, like that's a little like I don't know. For me, it's a little personal. But this one, like just like a nice bounce back. Here's the accident. This was like a good month after I got my exhaust done, like maybe like a month or two, maybe 3 months, dude. I'm like, I freaking dude. The worst part is, guys, I hydroplaned 2 hours away from my house, bro. So I was like, if you guys live in Florida, you guys know from Miami to Orlando, it's a 4 hour drive, and 2 hours you're in Port St. Lucie. That's where I crashed. Port St. Lucie is like right over there. You guys can like barely see it right there, dude. I meet up with my friends. I'm like, okay, let's go. Let's go to Orlando. My friends are cutting up, whatever. I'm like, okay, well, let me speed up a little bit. I'm going like maybe like 55. And out of nowhere, the car just loses control. I'm like, fuck. Like, I've lost control with this car like a bajillion times, dude. These cars lose control all the time. And I always get it back because it's not that hard. You know what I mean? It's not impossible. But dude, I've tried everything. I counter steered, which is usually how you do, to get the control back. Nothing. I braked, nothing. I accelerated, nothing. Dude, I was sliding sideways for like a good 5 seconds to the point where I'm like, okay, I've tried everything. I'm fucked. I let off the steering wheel and I just accept my fate straight to like this freaking the barrier. Like you guys see right there. I don't know if you can see it, like right there. Like those like the ones that split like those you know what I mean? Those things. Like it splits the road, you know what I mean, from like opposite sides. Dude, straight into it, bro. 55 miles per hour. Boom. Bro, I got knocked out. All the windows shattered. My exhaust broke in half because it's titanium, which is a heartbreak. You know what I mean? I freaking paid like what, like 5K, 6K for that exhaust. Never again, bro. Well, I did do it again, but yeah. But yeah, dude, the car was gone, dude. I love this car so much, dude. I was heartbroken, but I'm like, bro, to be honest, it's a car. I'm sure I'll get paid out by insurance. I wasn't really stressing, dude. So I got in my friend's car and we just continued the trip. This was during Halloween, for Halloween Horror Nights. Yeah, look, October 25th. Well, it happened a month before that, so like during September. But yeah, guys, dude, I have PTSD. I hate driving in the rain, bro. Like, dude, if I'm on the highway and it's raining, I'll deadass go 30 miles per hour. I don't care if people honk at me, bro. I don't know them. I'm never gonna see them in my life. Just go around me, you'll be fine. I mean, but I'm never driving fast in the rain, dude. Um, but yeah, never again, dude. Never again. But those have been my only 2 accidents. I'm praying to God, bro. Like, please, I never want to be in an accident again, dude. It sucks, dude. Hey, David, quick question. Would you consider a Fair Valley Gap now that you said a 6 point box? No, it has to be 10 plus. It has to be 10 plus for ES. Either way, even if it was 10 plus, it already got filled anyways. But yeah, guys, look, please, guys, I know a lot of you guys love cars. I do too. Drive safe. You know what I mean? Like, please. Because shit can happen. I got really lucky, bro. Like, I got knocked out for like the first time ever. I promise you guys, I see the wall and I like, it's like, look, I see the wall. Like, I'm going sideways for like 5 seconds. Like, I'm literally on the road going sideways for like 5 seconds, just going straight. I see the wall. I blink, and there's smoke everywhere. Like, I don't remember seeing black. I just blink. I blink once, and I just see smoke, and I smell the airbag, bro. If you guys have ever been in an accident, bro, the smell of airbags, dude, it gives me goosebumps. Bro, I fucking hate that smell, bro. Ugh, I can't even explain it to you guys. I don't even know what it smells like. It smells like pure fear, bro. It smells like eggs. Yeah, something like that. It just smells bad. It smells like you're scared. You know what I mean? But yeah, bro, I just smell airbags. I'm like, bro, like what the fuck happened? I'm looking around. I see the window. I see cuts all over my hand. It's bad, dude. And I jump off the car because my girlfriend is like in the passenger seat, and I go run to her. I get her out because the car's smoking, and then we just run away, or not run away, but we get away from the car. And then yeah, and then we got the car towed, and then we just went on with our trip. But yeah, dude, the guardrail, that's what it's called. Yeah. Someone say here, David, I've had mad love for you in this group, but the Infinity slander won't be tolerated. My apologies, bro. Once again, dude, I love those cars. Those cars actually look really cool. I like them. I've seen very nice builds. It's just the noise, bro. Does that Ferrari have to be 10 points to apply in general? No. Okay, look, ES has to be 10 plus points on the 1 minute, 5 minute, and 15-minute time frame. On NQ, it has to be 40 points on the 1 minute, 5 minute, and 15-minute time frame. Anything less, you don't trade it. That's the bare minimum for an imbalance. Yo, I hate this market, dude. Typical Monday, bro. Like I said, I'm sure I can get you guys something, which is why I'm still on. Like, but it's like, come on, dude, go somewhere, bro. We haven't moved since we've opened. We haven't gone anywhere. What do you think about the 5-minute gap at 10:15? Well, we kind of already inversed it, but dude, I'm not taking this, bro. You crazy? The market's not going anywhere. You know what I mean? It's not worth it. You have a stage 2 CLS, dude. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Those tuned Mercedes, Loki sound really mean. I'm not really a big Mercedes guy. I'm not gonna lie. I'll probably never buy one. They're cool, but dude, those cars push. Like, they don't look aggressive. That's the thing. They don't look aggressive, but they sound so good, and they're really fast actually. I'm pretty sure they are heavy cars though. I should have looked at gold today. I don't really trade gold, so I'm not even gonna bother looking at it. But what about Audi? I never liked Audis. I'm sorry, guys. Look, Audis are amazing cars and everything, but dude, I cannot with Audis, bro. I just don't see the hype around them. Bro, Flock, bro, you gotta lock in, bro. I know, bro. I get it. Look, I've always just been more of a BMW over Audi guy. In my opinion, bro. Look, hate on me all you want, bro. I feel like Audis are like girl cars. You know what I mean? They don't look aggressive, bro. Like, I don't know. Like, R8s are amazing. That's a different story. But like, I don't know, dude. Audis, bro. Like, I'm not a fan of them. I'll never buy one. David, do you like the M5? No. M5 looks like a freaking like the grandpa of fucking BMW. My favorite BMW, in my opinion, is either the F80s or the M8s. Dude, those M8s, bro. I don't know why they stopped making them. Those cars are like limos. They're so long, but they're so fast. I think that's the only. Well, I think it's what it's a V10, right? Or is it a V8? No, it's a V10. Yeah, it's a V10, right? M8s are V10s. They're V8s. Oh, they're twin turbo V8s. That's right. Twin turbo V8s. Um, dude, those cars are amazing. Dude, that's DJ Khaled's car, bro. If you know, you know. Yeah, bro. That car, bro. You can recognize that car anywhere, bro. That's DJ Khaled's car, bro. But yeah, bro. M8, in my opinion, is one of the best BMWs. First is the F80, which is literally amazing. Those cars are beautiful. Chef's kiss. E90, nah. I've never liked E90s, dude. They look too, I don't know. F80s are amazing. F80s, then M8s, then E90, and then the G80 and all those models. Bro. Come on, bro. I got both at the house. I take an E90 over an F80 all day, any day. What's so special about that? I've never driven an E90, especially a manual one. Maybe I should try it out. Maybe I do like those cars. But what's so special about those? Because I always see so many people like fantasize about those cars. I've never understand. I've never understood the hype around them. I've never driven one. Looking at this next, yo, that's a five. Yeah, that's a 5. Bro, you gotta do full bolt-ons, bro. With the Mustangs, you need to do full bolt-ons. If not, it's not a real Mustang, dude. They're just affordable. Okay, apart from the affordable part, what's so special about those cars? If you know, you know. Bro, I have that car. I have an E46. Now, look, yes, it sounds very hypocritical that I'm saying F80 over E90 and all the E chassis and everything when I have one. But I mean, okay, yeah, it is a little bit hypocritical. For my BMW fanboys in here, I have one too. Right here, it's an E46 with an M52 engine. It has sleeves upgrade, everything in the car in this car is upgraded. Um, I bought a drift already, so I'm not gonna take credit that I built this car. It's already fully built. But this car's awesome, dude. Now I have one slight problem, which we finally found the problem. By the way, guys, for the drift event, surprise, surprise, we snapped another axle. I could barely take advantage of the drift event. We found the issue why. The tires the thread is too low. We're doing 200 thread and freaking 100-degree weather. Obviously, the car is super glued to the floor. So with these axles not being too strong, you know, obviously they're gonna snap. So for the next drift event, which is in September, we're gonna get better tires, axle spacers, stronger axles, which we already ordered, and new tires, which I think I just said that. But yeah, I have an E46. I fucking love this car. This car is amazing. As you can see, we have the missing headlight, you know, because why not? You know what I mean? But yeah, pretty sweet, pretty neat, pretty neat, pretty neat. But wait, don't say fuck this monkey just yet, guys. We're picking up something, bro. We're picking up some momentum. It's not the strongest, but hopefully we can get something here soon. Because yeah, well, this market is very boring, guys. Bro, an i6 engine. Bro, okay, look. Speaking of BMWs, guys, look, BMW has the opportunity to become the best brand out there if they put a V8 into their i8, bro. Whoever thought of putting a freaking 4-cylinder in that car, dude? I get it, the car is small and whatever. Dude, that car deserves at least a V6, bro. At least, bro. Can the indicator live trade? We're trying to make it do that, but yeah. I think a lot of you guys took the indicator trade. You guys have some balls, dude. This market sucks, but yeah. Have you seen what kind of bullshit they released with the new X5? I'm not really too educated on the SUVs. They're pretty neat cars, like they're pretty cool. But no, I actually don't know. Then like the volume, yeah, that's why I didn't take it either, bro. There's no way I was taking longs off this freaking inverse. It would have worked, yeah. I mean, we had a good sweep, good buying pressure. No, not good buying pressure, but we have enough buying pressure to inverse the gap, and we hit the VWAP, which would have been your first price target. But I'm not taking this setup. Not with this volume, dude. You're crazy. I had an E90 that handling was peak. Dude, I just might. Someone said, dude, do you talk trading? Not really, dude. No, I'm just kidding. Bro, guys, there's nothing to talk about here, bro. That's why I'm like just distracting. Like, you know, we're just talking. There's nothing to talk about here, bro. The market's just doing. Dude, we've been stuck at the same price for the last hour and a half. There's really nothing to talk about here. So yeah, once we get like a good setups, then yeah, obviously we'll start locking into the markets. But for now, we just chill and just wait for the setup. That's the name of the game. I'm not trying to talk trading 24/7. I mean, that's pretty exhausting. But yeah, obviously, if you guys have any questions, you guys let me know. I'll obviously, you know, answer it. But for now, I mean, just a little bit off topic until we get it set up. Get a Bugatti, dude. Never, bro. After I seen like the service from Matt Armstrong, if you guys know, you guys know, bro. I don't even think that car's worth buying. Never. Am I muted? Yo, my phone. Look up BMW. That's my dream BMW. Let me see. Yeah, bro. A Bugatti, bro. Never, dude. That car's just not worth it, bro. Bro, what is this, dude? Bro, what the fuck is this, bro? Dude. I have never seen this car in my life, bro. I didn't even know it existed. Yo, the back of Loki looks pretty neat, bro. David, stop making fun of my shit. I'm sorry, bro. The big D mobile, bro. Let me see. Bugatti CEO regretting it now. Now that he has a bad press. I mean, dude, no one told him to do it. Here's the thing: if I'm buying a car, I should have the right to work on it. I should have the right to buy parts from you, being the manufacturer, to my own car. You know what I mean? Like, why do they work like that? That's so stupid. I don't know if you guys saw the video. Matt Armstrong went to the Bugatti not headquarters, but he went to a Bugatti dealership. Dude, abandoned, bro. Abandoned. Like the car itself is amazing. Don't get me wrong, it's a freaking Bugatti, dude. Like it's dude, that's been all of our dream cars since we were kids. I mean, you can't go wrong with that car. But like, dude, like now that you're really seeing what it takes to own one, nah, bro, it's not worth it, dude. For that price, bro, just buy an SVJ and that's it. Put a mileage blocker on it. You know what I mean? And just that's what everyone does. You know what I mean? I think like 90% of SVJs have mileage blockers. Oof, that car's nice. Mercedes 190E. That one's nice. Didn't Alex G go recently too? Yeah, he went like a few days ago to go meet up with the CEO. Obviously, you know what I mean. Like, you know what I mean. They're not gonna freaking fight in person. You know what I mean. They're shaking each other's hands and everything. You know, like professional. But dude, I don't think it's worth owning a Bugatti, bro. Plus all the parts dude. Once again, if you guys know Matt Armstrong and you guys watch him, you can see that all these parts are all like Volkswagen and Audi parts on Bugatti, bro. And they sell it to you for like 20x the price just because it's Bugatti. No, but it's the same part, dude. Do you think we're actually gonna see anything with this volume? Bro, I'm gonna give the markets until like 11:30. If I don't see anything by 11, usually I give it to 11. But I really do want to get a trade today, because we have setups. I'm gonna give it to 11:30. If we don't get a good push by 11:30, I'm off. David's dream car is a Fiat. I already know it's gonna be bad, bro. Fiat 1998. All right, let's see what type of freaking buffoonery this car is, bro. Dude, how do manufacturers even look at this car and be like, yeah, let's release it? Dude, come on now, bro. Even if it's affordable, bro, like, why make it so ugly, bro? Like, this car's hideous, bro. It's just fire. I mean, dude, maybe. I mean, look, this one's pretty nice. You know, you can go wrong with this one. To someone's grandmother, that's a dream car. I apologize. MC, someone say here, bro, when you first started trading, were you very aggressive? No. No, no, no. I was actually scared. Dude, I don't. Okay. For those that don't know, I started trading at 15 years old, which obviously your boy would be in high school. Dude, I was in the back of class in my sophomore year, which is when I figured out how to trade and how to set up an options account with my mom's name and everything. Dude, $5 to me back then was like $1 million. Bro, I would be shaking. I would be in an option trade for like $30. Yeah, like like a 30 cent option contract times 10, whatever. Dude, I'll be shaking. Like literally uncontrollably shaking in the back of class. Well, obviously the school is very cold. When I'll be down $5. Dude, I would never trade aggressive back then, bro. And I kind of still don't, to be honest. Because I have friends like Karabi, bro. That guy trades like freaking 15 minis, dude. Like, I do not have the balls for that, bro. I would never do that. Um, but yeah, I never, no, I've never really been an aggressive type of trader. I don't know if I ever will. I've kind of like adapted to my style where it's like, just small wins add up, with a high percent win rate strategy. That's always how I've traded. Obviously, I always say this, not everyone agrees, and that's totally fine. That's the good thing about trading. You can trade your own style, and I can trade mine, and we can both become profitable. You know what I mean? As long as you do it right. You know what I mean? But yeah, anyways, guys, we're getting a little bit more buying pressure here. Hopefully, it's not really like a fake out. It's only a 36 point candle, nothing crazy. But we are definitely approaching one of our first setups, which hopefully can start something. I'm still down to take it, maybe just not with as much size. I'm still down to do a one-to-one risk reward with this type of setup. Um, but yeah, I mean, we're working our way up, kind of. I mean, we're trying to. Yes, is a really good trend line. I don't really like look at trend lines, but it's actually pretty neat. You don't really see those too often. But yeah, I mean, let's see how we hold up this buying pressure. We need to get a break above this New York high of day with good buying pressure into the inverse. Maybe we can get ourselves a good setup. Now, I would be lying if I said I wasn't worried about 283. Not a strong DOL, but definitely not a DOL we can target because it's only like 10 points, 12 to be exact. So we would have to see how we work around this. But the volume is good on the way up. We can definitely take it and see how that goes. But yeah. About to enter in range for 2 hours. Yep. You already know, bro. Dude, Crystal, bro. I just saw what you sent, bro. And again, lunch, no, 12, 12. So what, one more hour? Yeah, let's see what we do. I mean, I'm gonna give the market a few more minutes, see if we get some sort of good buying pressure. Right now, it's not that interesting, if I'm being honest with you guys. Maybe it was just one big candle before we chop out again. You know what I mean? It happens all the time. But yeah, I'll give the market a few more minutes. If we don't like the push up, we'll just get off. Someone said, "I know you won't get a sport bike." No, I don't trust myself with one. I'll never buy a bike. Never, never. Okay, look, unless I'm like ultra depressed and like I don't care anymore, sure, I'll go out in style. You know what I mean? Because I promise you guys, I know how I drive and I know the type of person that I am on the road. I cannot trust myself with a bike. My dad, in Italy, when I was like what, like 2 years old, he got in a pretty bad accident. Where the handle, he got in an accident. I don't know what happened exactly, but the handle of the bike went into his stomach. A little bit gruesome. I probably shouldn't say that on stream. But yeah, very bad accident, bro. And ever since then, bro, my mom has told me like, please, like for me, like never get a bike. I mean, not even for the track, bro. Accidents can happen anywhere, bro. And you could be the safest driver on the road on a bike, and bro, like people are stupid, dude. It's not worth it, bro. No matter how cool you want to be, because bikes are cool, they get attention, whatever. I don't think getting a bike is worth it. Not only for me, but for you guys, bro. Like those things are dangerous, dude. I have heard so many stories of bikes, bro. Like you could be the best driver, and someone could just ram into you, bro. It's just not worth it, dude. But I have my personal experience, with my dad. Um, but yeah, and I used to love bikes as a kid. Like when I was a little kid, because obviously my dad used to drive one or ride one. I just nah, bro. I cannot get a bike. Almost on a bike, dude. I retired. I am, yes. I was born there. Agreed. Almost been killed by other people. Yeah, look, a lot of people here are saying that you guys have almost died with bikes. You know what I mean? It's just not worth it, dude. You know what I mean? And I know how I drive. I'm not blaming other people on the road. I know how I drive. I'm not the smartest driver. Like I like to do a lot of stupid things, and I just not with the bike, bro. Because honestly, there's one little move, you get a death wobble, or one wrong turn, you understeer, whatever, dude, you're gone. There's no rewind button. You know what I mean? And with a car, you have airbags, you have seat belts. You're a little bit safer on a car. Obviously, shit can still happen. But with a bike, bro, one wrong move and you're done, dude. You either get paralyzed, you break an arm, break a leg, or worst of the worst, you die, and that's not worth it, dude. Someone said I would get a bike if I hate my wife. All right, bro. I mean, shit, bro. We've all been there, bro. I guess. I don't know. Bro, Lenny, bro. Bad dude. I wouldn't even say get a bike for the track. Like, not even for the track, dude. It's not worth it. Now, if I were to get a bike, I don't know anything about bikes because obviously I don't want one. I've never looked into one. But I have heard that BMW makes like one of the best bikes out there. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Is it worth a trade in this volume? 50. I mean, it's picking up a little bit right now. I'm not gonna lie to you. So I'll probably just take this. But yeah. Bike wise, I think BMW has one of the best bikes like manufactured. So maybe a BMW bike. Anyways, guys, all right, let's start locking in here. Maybe we can get ourselves a nice setup here. Hopefully. Um, but yeah, I guess just let's start locking in and hovering over the buy button. These are some longs that we've been waiting for all morning, so I don't really think I need to explain the setup again. We all know what we're looking for. Now the volume is a little bit iffy, but we can try to make this work. So yeah, I guess just hover over the buy button, guys. All right, I'm gonna try longs for myself. I gotta fill at 274, guys. All right, this will probably just be my only trade for the morning. If this one doesn't work out, then I'll probably just come back later, come back during Asia or whatever. Once the volume just kind of picks up a little bit more, or the momentum at least. The volume is pretty okay. But I'm gonna put my stop loss at 215, which will just be a 1-to-1 risk reward from our price target. All right, guys. Yeah, let's see if we can make this work. Hopefully, I mean. Now, I will say, guys, prepare yourself. This trade is gonna take a minute. All right, we all know that part. Obviously, I don't have to even tell you guys. We all know this trade is gonna take a minute. The volume is kind of like it's there, but it's not, but it's there. You know what I mean? So yeah, we need to see how we can take this. Also, we need. I'm not gonna. ES is looking pretty choppy. It's probably not gonna do much. But yeah. Call longs at the 5 minute and passing eval. Nice, dude. But taking longs off this for value gap is like, oh, like it's there, but like the volume sucked. But it worked. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna take credit away from the setup. I would say that, if the volume was a little bit better, I would have taken it myself too, because we got a sweep and got a good inverse here and everything. It's just I wasn't really confident with the volume compared to how we have it now. If we had this type of volume here, I would have taken this setup. But now that we're getting volume here, I would just take off this setup. So yeah. Anyways, let me go ahead and alert this trade. Before I forget. Oh, what the heck was that? Okay, well, wasn't really anything crazy. Let's not get too excited. That was something. Definitely a push in the right direction. Lost 500 today. What setup did you take, bro? Now, guys, like I said, be careful with this level here. 283. Fingers crossed. It's not like the trade from last week where we struggled. I'm sure you guys remember the. Let me see if I can find it. It was this setup here. We kind of have a similar setup where we took longs and we had the same level of liquidity here, which I told you guys it wasn't strong and we kind of struggled a little bit. So hopefully this doesn't happen here. But yeah, we gotta see. We need to have a hold above 283. Anything above 283 and we're good. When you were starting off, how did you deal with those losses, dude? They were brutal, bro. But you gotta keep pushing, dude. Like I always say, guys. I've always been that type of guy where if you fall, you gotta get back up. You know what I mean? No one's here to save you. You know what I mean? So it's like you take a loss, you go back, you review. You gotta understand you're new to the markets, bro. You're learning. You know what I mean? When you lose, there's a lesson in those losses, but you need to understand that. Thankfully for me, I've never been that guy where when I lose, I complain and I cry about it, nonstop, whatever. No, I lose, I look back, I review, and I come back stronger. You know what I mean? Obviously, it takes a little bit of time to really, to really get consistent with it, but it pays off. That's one thing I will say. But yeah, guys. Now, in the meantime, trade wise, we gotta pay attention to this 283 level. Technically speaking, we hit a target, which is the level of liquidity here, which we could sweep. Fingers crossed we don't, but we would see that. That's the only big risk that we're taking with this setup. A sweep off of 283 will get us stopped out, unfortunately. So we would need to see what we do off that. If we hold above 283, there's nothing stopping us until 310, which is good, unless the volume is a little bit choppy. But what time? We'll see. How many? Oh yeah, Trump said yes, bro. I saw the picture that you sent yesterday. That's not even Trump's account, bro. I don't think Trump is legally allowed to say that stocks will go up on Monday. I don't think that was. Can you send resend the screenshot? Let me check it out. Bro, I go make food and shit spikes. Dude, it didn't even spike, bro. It spiked like what, like five points. It looked like a crazy spike, but it wasn't really anything. We pumped up like a total of like 16 points, dude. But yeah, I'm really hoping, guys, that we don't struggle to hold 283, because if we sweep off this, we will know why we will get stopped out. And I would say that's the only downside to this trade. ES is not doing much, so hopefully it doesn't really like affect anything. But the only thing that can really affect this trade would be the level that we just took out, which would be 283. If we struggle with 283, then the trade is cooked, and I guess we just come back later. But if we hold above 283, there's nothing stopping us until 210, 215, 225, which will be our targets. So obviously the trade's gonna take a minute, so I guess we just wait and see. But yeah, are you in? Yeah, I mean you can see it in the screen share. I mean in the stream. But yeah, guys, I'm really hoping we don't sweep 283. Now, yes, pullbacks are normal. Obviously, choppy market is gonna happen. That's why I'm saying the trade is gonna take long. But if the selling gets really aggressive below 283, it could be a little bit of an issue. Like I said, that's the only downside to this trade. If we can get a reversal back up above 283, then we're good. But yeah, this is the level that we need to pay attention to right here. And like I said, this will probably just be my only trade, whether it works out or not. This will probably just be my only trade for the morning, guys. Now we do have a 5-minute gap here. I just realized right over here, which could be a retracement point. I mean, how How big is this candle? 43 points. Yeah, this could just be a retracement before we seek higher. So if you guys haven't even entered, you guys could probably enter off this bounce here if we get one. We don't have a 5 minute here. Well, kind of a little bit. But as far as retracements go, maybe the 5 minute here. Do we have anything on the 15 minute? We do. Okay, I probably should have seen that. On the bright side, our stop loss does sit at the. Because the thing is, okay, so if 283 doesn't end up holding and we actually end up sweeping from 283, which hopefully we don't, we can also resort to the 15 minute. Worst comes to worst. This could be like a plan B. And then we could just target these lows here. That's if we sweep 283. I just want to be prepared, you know what I mean? Just in case, you never know with this market. But on the bright side, I think that all this is a pullback into the 5 minute before we see higher. But if we struggle with 283, we can just use this as our new bias and then just work off something on the 15 minute. It'll be a VWAP breakout, good selling pressure, good inverse. We go from there. That could be a potential setup. I don't know if I'll take it though, because the volume might be a little bit off, but we can definitely check it out. So far, I want to see the pullback. We need to see if we start seeing that price struggles to break and hold above 283. Maybe we just get our break even. I've never really been a trader that gets out of break even so often. I've definitely wanted to try it out. Because sometimes I'm not gonna lie to you guys have even said in the chat, there are times where I've been in the trade and I'm like, guys, I think we're gonna struggle around here, and I still hold the trade, and obviously I let it go down into the red. So I'm gonna see how we hold 283 to see if I even like the trade enough to even hold it a little bit more. And then we'll just go off that. And if anything, we can always resort to a PM type of trade off the 15 minute here. Because if anything, if we get a sweep off of 283 with some really good selling pressure, David starts to lose with 150 point stop. What? What do you mean? I don't have a 150 point stop. Yes, it's not even moving. Yeah, that's what that's. I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of good because if NQ is the one that's leading the market and has the SMT and has all the interest, ES won't affect it. You know what I mean? Because it's chopping, is doing nothing, which is one good thing about the trade. But we need to see because the volume is just overall just really messy. I think towards the end of the day we see higher. It's hard to tell, dude. We're still stuck at the opening price, bro. Now is when we're getting a breakout, which is why we're trying to get a trade. But like I said, worst comes to worst, if 283 doesn't hold, we can always just use the 15 minute down here. As long as the volume looks good, of course. Because then the price targets, we can do a target at the low of day, which would be 62 points. So if anything, we could just, yeah, that actually wouldn't be bad. Well, if anything, though, you could probably, you probably have to target one of these, which is not really too strong anyways, but. We gotta wait and see. Yeah, ES is also trying to sweep, which is a good sign. It's trying. And obviously not too interesting, but it's trying to sweep here. And Q is kind of just holding. I'm pretty confident we're probably gonna get a pullback into this 5 minute. Hopefully not to the 15 minute. But the one thing that worries me a little bit is this 283 level. Like buyers are getting a little weak around here, which is the one thing I was worried about. We can always reclaim it. It's not a big deal. All we need is just one good push up. But for now, we gotta see and hope that we don't sweep that. Because if we do, then obviously we're gonna be in trouble. Don't we want more momentum as price reaches the entry? Yeah, that's exactly why I took it. You can see here we didn't have any momentum in any of these candles, which was actually why I skipped out on this setup right here. We picked up more momentum right in these two candles, right? So as we were approaching this 5 minute inverse here, we picked up the momentum here and we picked up the momentum here. The only problem is from this inverse, we had a price target at 283, which obviously we're not going to take. But here's the thing. Since we're not going to take profits here, it adds a little bit more risk onto the setup, mainly because if the market wants to sweep this, it can. It has all the reason to. Which is what I'm telling you guys, like, if we get a 5-minute retracement, that's fine. I mean, a little bit of drawdown won't really affect the trade, but if we get a bounce in this 5-minute, we should be good. The best scenario for the setup is a hold above 283. As long as we get that, there's nothing to worry about. But if we get a sweep and we start seeing sellers get a little bit more aggressive below 283, then we're in trouble. And then once we start inversing the 5-minute, then we're in big trouble. I mean, because that's when we know that, hey, buyers aren't stepping in on the bullish fair value gap. Buyers aren't stepping in above 283. We're inversing the fair value gap. Sellers are stepping in. It's not the best sign. Right now, it's a little bit choppy, which is pretty normal. I did tell you guys, this trade is going to take a minute. So for now, it's just wait and see what we can do here. ES on the bright side, it's picking up a little bit more volume. So is NQ on the buyer side. ES is holding above 796, which doesn't mean much to us because ES is just chopping through this price. So it's probably just not going to do anything anyways. But it's a good sign, right? It's definitely a step in the right direction. The main concern here, like I said, guys, is just hold above 283 and we're good. I'll even put it here. Hold above this DOL equals golden trade. I'll just say like winning trade. There you go. But yeah, now you guys, if you guys want to, you could target 310. It's not going to be a positive risk reward because you're only looking at 40 points. So what, you're missing on like 15 points, depending on where you scale out. But this will also be a possible scale out point. If you want the best risk reward, I will do 325. If you guys want to scale out there. I'll see what I do. I'm in a little bit of heavy size just because the stop is a little bit smaller for me. It's 55 points. So maybe I scale out at 310. I personally don't really care too much about the risk reward. It's an extra 10 points, so whatever. But we can definitely try to make it work around here. I gotta see how we push up. If we push up with really good aggression and really good buying pressure, I'll probably just hold it till 325, scale out 8, and there's just scale out 2 more of these 2 targets and just get out of the trade completely. But yeah, in the meantime, ES buyers, I mean, nothing crazy. This is a green candle, but hopefully it does lead NQ a little bit higher. It doesn't really seem like they're really following each other though, because NQ is kind of doing its own thing. Now, worst comes to worst, I know I did say that this is probably going to be my only trade for the morning, but now that I'm looking at the 15-minute, if there's a possibility that we struggle to hold above 283 and we actually end up sweeping it and going back down, I really wouldn't be against shorting the market at this 15-minute. I don't know, maybe you guys don't like it or whatever. But honestly, this wouldn't be a bad setup because if you measure out the candle, it's 46 points, which is valid. You get a break below the VWAP, more valid. You get selling pressure, even more valid. And then obviously you would just work off a sweep off of 283, which is not the strongest DOL, but it is a DOL, which is obviously what we're worried about right now with this trade. And then obviously we just target, there's really no liquidity other than the low of day at the New York low, which would be at 155 for about 60 points. Yeah, 60 points. So even if this trade doesn't work out, if we can get shorts to work out, we could still be green on the day. Not too much, but So yeah, honestly, I wouldn't really be against shorts either if we don't hold 283. But yeah, both ES and NQ are just doing their own thing. Yeah. In the meantime, I'll just catch up with the chat and just read what you guys are saying. On a 50K funded, yeah, 10 micros is a little bit too much. I usually suggest like 5, sometimes even 4, depends on the stop loss. Sometimes I will say, obviously, we have pretty big stop losses depending on the market conditions. For today, you could do like 7 and you'll be fine. Like 7 micros, 5, 7 micros, it'll be good. But I would say anything more than 55 points, do 5. Someone said, David, I heard if you shake some booty on cam, it will shoot straight up. Bro. Come on now, bro. Let me see. Mary said again. I know this group doesn't trade opening range breakout, but it's good to be aware of. 100%, 100%. Yeah, trust me. I'm keeping it like I'm watching it. I'm considering maybe I'd take something out at 310. I do know that you are saying that there's something at 290, which we haven't really tapped into. I don't see anything special at 290. I'm more of a liquidity trader. Like I trade what I see. I'm not even seeing a rejection point at 290. Maybe to be more exact, maybe you're talking about 288. But still, it's just a candle in my eyes. If we reject off of it, then obviously we will know why, because it'll be the 8 a.m. opening range breakout, which I don't trade. But for me, I want to personally look for liquidity either off of 283, reaction from 283, which will tell us the story of this trade, or we target 310. 310 or 325, depending on the volume. If the volume is weak and we get like a slow grind up, we scale at 310. If we get a good push up like this candle right here, we scale at 325. Either way, it's a 10 point difference. 10, 15 points, you know. So yeah. Someone said, in which levels are you gonna lock in profits? I can't tell you yet. Well, I can. Maybe 310 or 325. One of those two. I'm gonna see how the market moves. If you get an aggressive push up, I'll just hold a little bit extra into the 320s. If it's a slow grind up, like something like this, where we just like, you know, it's like a very stressful trade, I'll probably just go at 310 just so I can get out of the trade. Obviously still in the green, you know what I mean? But yeah, I'll probably do something like this. If we chop like this into the price targets above 310, if we get a good push up, like a one shot candle, straight to 325. That's the plan right now. And if longs don't work, then we just inverse the 15 minute, which will give us a really good price target as well. In fact, okay, well, if we inverse the 15 minute, yeah, we can literally do a 1-to-1 stop loss. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah, we can probably just do something like that. Now we would have to see how ES reacts off this view up and the fair value gap, which we have rejected from. So hopefully ES doesn't dump down. Not that it's really doing much to affect NQ in the first place, because ES is just chopping, but you never know, right? The best account right now, yeah, I would say the 50K. If you're talking about prop firms, I would do 50Ks. Those are my favorite accounts. They're not too much work, but not too little. You can still get paid out really good. Anyways. Should have gotten in on the Asia lows while the Asia lows were swept. Should have, would have, could have. The setup wasn't good. Obviously, hindsight, yes, the setup looks amazing and we should have entered here and everything, you know, all that good stuff. Once again, the setup wasn't really good. We all saw how price was moving. The last thing we want to do is enter in a choppy range where we enter the setup and we get chopped down to the stop loss. The reason why I took this setup a little bit, you know, like with a little bit more confidence is because we picked up the momentum in the last two candles before we entered, right? So if we would have had these two candles right down here, I would have taken this setup. I mean, like the setup was there, but it wasn't. You know what I mean, like it wasn't high confidence. On this one, obviously the market isn't the best still, but it's a little bit better than the previous one. Even though this one worked out, you know what I mean? It just was a little bit iffy, just with that volume. So it's not typically something I personally like to trade. But I did see a lot of you guys did end up taking this setup down here and passing some of your evals, which is really nice. You know what I mean? Especially in my YouTube chat. So yeah, if you took that setup, then obviously good stuff. Hopefully we can get the same reaction in this setup here, but obviously this 280, this 283 level, it's kind of looking a little bit like last week's trade where we did this right here. So I'm sure you guys remember, right? It was the same setup. Good sweep, good MSS, good buying pressure, good momentum. We get a good buying candle into this fair value gap. We hit the target. We didn't scale because it was too little, and then we struggled to break out here. I'm hoping this doesn't happen today. It could. But a big reason as to why this happened, so I don't scare you guys, is because ES had a different S&T. Today that's not the case. ES is following NQ, which is a good thing. So hopefully this doesn't happen, but there is a slight chance where price can get weak around the level of liquidity like how it happened last week and we get stopped out. I would say this is going to be our biggest weakness at the moment because compare the charts. Really good buy momentum, really good inverse, really good drawn liquidity. We hit the drawn liquidity. We were green on the trade. And then obviously we slowed down around here and then the trade just didn't work out. And then if you look at what's happening now, you know, we got the inverse. We got a good push. We hit the drawn liquidity, and now we're getting a little bit weak. So hopefully it doesn't happen like last week. We have our reasons as to why it shouldn't happen like last week, but you never know with this market. Worst comes to worst, like I said, we flip our buys and we go back bearish into this 15 minute below the VWAP, and we're good from there. It's really all a matter of just giving the market a chance to do its thing. But yeah. It means it's just a little bit choppy. That's all. They're working first the chicken. Bro, no, bro. I don't know, bro. I'm not trying to make all my brain work right now, bro. Someone said, "Don't show me that shit." I'm just trying to teach you guys, man. I'm just trying to teach you guys. David, how much are you risking with the stop loss? I think I'm risking like 900, 800, 900 on there. Usually when I have like a 50-point stop loss, I always do 10. Burnout while trading? Dude. Where are you at, bro? Dude, bro, be careful driving, dude. Please. Yeah, just set your limit orders and we go from there. Now, I would say we would be in trouble if we inverse this 5-minute. Obviously, we'll still be in the trade, and it will just take a little bit longer. I'm just really hoping we don't sweep 283. That's my biggest concern. I'm hoping we get like one really good push above it, and that's it. But yeah. But don't you think we will fill that that weekly gap? Yeah, but we're not really near it right now, which is why it's not my main focus. But yeah, if anything, we could just target if longs don't work, we could just do this wait, we already filled the weekly gap. What do you mean? Yeah, we did, but we didn't. Like we did. We tapped into it. You know what I mean? So yeah, I don't really think the weekly gap is really too important anyways. At least not anymore. Someone said, yeah, chase shorts if you get stopped out. Sounds smart. Once again, bro, it's not really chasing. The setup is just there. It just so happens to be near our stop loss. I mean, if you don't like it, just don't take it. You know what I mean? It's not really chasing though. I'm saying if this setup doesn't work out, if you're gonna wait for another setup, you might as well just take this one because it's right in front of your face. It also depends on the momentum. Volume and momentum on the way down. Because if we just chop down, then that's pretty much just wraps to color of the day. But for now, we just need to hold this 5-minute. We're just trying. It's just really choppy. I just need to push above 283. Above 283, like all my stress will be away. David, I need a pack of gum. Bro. All right, bro. Yeah, we are respecting this 5-minute really, really nice. We've already gotten like what, we've already gotten 3 bounces from it. Hopefully, this is the bounce that we need to see above 283 so we can get that level out of the way. But yeah, it's 10 points away. Obviously, with today's volume, 10 points is a mission, but yeah. Great green to red. Yeah, the 5-minute gap here. We're respecting it really, really nice. Hopefully we hold it. You know what I mean? But yeah. Hopefully the volume this week is not like today, bro, because it's gonna be a really hard week to trade. Usually Mondays are known to be a little bit slower, but dude, today was slow as fuck, bro. Hopefully we can get a good trade though, so we can at least have a good start to the week with a good buffer, and then we go from there. Not really a high, but just leave it there. You can probably also target this high up here. Okay. Perfect. All right. Anyways, David, hold my hands, bro. Come on now, bro. Lock in, dude. Yeah, dude, this thing is pure chop, bro. I'm hoping for at least a grind up into those levels. Like I said, my biggest concern is just that DOL at 283. That's all I care about. Because I know for a fact that if we get a hold above 283, there's nothing stopping us to at least 310, which we can still there. But we need to hold above 283. That's the one level holding us down. Because ES is not really doing much. ES is not really rejecting off anything, or it's not really going anywhere in the first place, anyways. This is NQ being really weak here on this DOL. Price is charging up before the pump. I don't know about that one, but we can only hope. You know what I mean? But yeah, price is getting weak around here, which is not a good sign. Because all this is one big seller, and we're out. Which the 15-minute can still work, but the thing is, even with the 15-minute, we might have to get out of the trade early if we want to make the 15-minute work as well, because the stop loss actually sits below the 15-minute. So I'm not gonna get out of the trade and instantly be like, okay, guys, shorts. You know what I mean? So maybe I would say if we get a break below the VWAP, maybe just cut the trade early and just maybe focus on some shorts below the 15-minute. Since the bias, if we're holding all the way down here, the bias will probably just be bearish, below 280, 283. So I just gotta plan it out a little bit better. But we just keep getting flips here. Just really wiki. And then in order to see, okay, perfect, not too bad. Why is the volume so weak? I mean, it's just maybe just a boring day in the markets. There's no news. Trump is not saying anything. There's nothing going on with Iran. God forbid. I mean, we actually don't want anything with Iran. But things like that just leads to just a boring market. There's no news. There's no economy news. There's no inflation news. There's nothing. There's nothing. I mean, it's just a regular old day in the markets. So we're trying to make it work with what we got. But days like these, it's pretty common. It happens a lot. I know I'm broken. Yeah, don't worry, Mary. Don't worry, bro. We got it. You know what I mean? We haven't worked out the top, and we're stuck inside the opening range breakout. A little bit. Yeah, for me, what I'm seeing is just 283. That's my reasoning as to why the trade is a little bit weak. So hopefully we can break above, but we gotta see. Now if we do get a dump below into the VWAP and we don't really respect it, or we get like a really strong dump, I might just cut the loss early, which I don't typically do. But if I do know that sellers are going to be stepping in, we get the MSS model, sellers are getting really aggressive, we're inversing the 5-minute and everything, and I know we're going to get stopped out anyways, I might just cancel out this trade like early at the VWAP and then just look for some shorts off the 15-minute. That is a possibility. That's only if the selling pressure gets really aggressive. Because once again, the stop loss that we have doesn't even make sense. It's a risk reward stop loss. It's just a random point based stop loss. So we're not really breaking any rules in terms of cutting early if the trade dumps down below the inverse into the 5-minute. We're not really doing anything wrong there. But yeah. So if anything, let me see something. From 30,000 to 83. Hold up, guys. We're still in the 5-minute, which is good. We just gotta see how we hold it. Either way, we're gonna approach a 15-minute anyways. So the trade's still not done. Like, it's just a pullback. We're only down like 20 points or something. Yeah, nothing crazy. Yeah. But guys, my main focus right now is maybe get a retracement into the VWAP. If I see that we struggle to break below the VWAP, I'll just focus on shorts. Which will be off the 15-minute. But I do need strong selling into it though. Once again, the trade's not really down too much. It's only down like 25 points. Nothing crazy. But like I said, if we struggle to hold the VWAP, then we just cut it early and just quickly focus on shorts from the 15-minute. It's not really revenge trading because I know you guys are gonna get it confused or chasing or whatever. The setup is there. The only thing is if we hold till the stop loss, which will be at 215, the problem is the trade's gonna be a mess. You know what I mean? It's gonna be super unorganized. Sure. So if anything, let's see how we hold the VWAP. If we break below it and we know that sellers are going to step in with full control, we just get out early, which will only be 40 points. Nothing crazy. It's just that 283 level. It's really what's stopping us from going any higher, which is the only downside to this trade. I was hoping that it wasn't going to be an issue, but turned out to be a little bit of an issue, at least for now. Who knows? Maybe we do end up getting another bounce here and we just go back up. Now, maybe it is a little bit stupid of me cutting early below the VWAP because we can still bounce from this 15-minute here. It's probably just a 15-minute retracement because we are still bullish above 160. Well, no, we're basing our buys from 283 though. I was gonna say 163, but the most recent one is this one up here, which is not that strong, but it's still there off the 5-minute. So hopefully we get a last second bounce, but like I said, anything below if you guys want to hold until the 215, you can. But for me, if I'm gonna focus on shorts, because I know we're probably gonna get weak around the 283 area, I'll probably just, like I said, just if we get like a spike below the VWAP, just cut it and just quickly look into some shorts here. Once again, it's not really chasing, it just so happens that two setups are just very close to each other. The selling just picked up. But so far, I mean, we're still in the longs, guys. Don't freak out. The trade's only down like 20, 25 points. Nothing crazy. It's just with the chop, it's a little bit hard to bounce this up. But I'm keeping an eye on it. We just gotta be quick with it. It's just, it sucks that we knew that this level is gonna be a problem. I think I'm just gonna stop anticipating these breakouts here. If we have like a fair value gap next to a level of liquidity, just ignore it. To be honest, usually I don't, and it usually works out because the volume is really good. It works out in my favor. Because we know if buyers are in control and we break past one level of liquidity, if buyers look really strong, we're probably gonna go into the next one, which is what I saw here. I'm like, okay, well, yeah, this level could get in the way, but I don't think so because there's so much momentum. So I guess, yeah, just for next time, we just ignore these type of setups where we have a level of liquidity really close because they're just not worth it. You know what I mean? At least with this volume, right? And this momentum. On the bright side, with the 15-minute, we don't really have anything in the way if we do end up taking the 15-minute, which let me delete this 5-minute. Right, it's no longer valid. Because yeah, after 15-minute, we have nothing stopping us. Maybe here, but nah, there's nothing there. I mean, it's just like a 15-minute wick. So yeah, there's really nothing here. Our next level of liquidity will be at 155, which we could target. It's not a big deal. That's if we get a break below the VWAP. Should I enter now? Wait for a little bit more of a bounce. Right now, the market is a little bit in the middle where it's like we don't know what it wants to do because it's a little bit choppy, but we're still in the trade, if that makes sense. I'll try to tell you guys when to re-enter. I mean, if you haven't entered yet, you could probably do a 5-minute inverse here as well if we create one. Right? If we even hold it. No, it's not even a fair value gap. Never mind. But yeah, if you haven't entered yet, don't, obviously not. But if you do see a lot of buying pressure kicking in and we go back into the inverse, yeah, look to enter. Or maybe you hold above 283. You'll get a later entry, but it'll be more confirmed. But for now, we are getting a lot of selling pressure, so maybe I just cut this out soon. I'm gonna give the view up a chance though. If it doesn't hold, then yeah, we're out, and we'll just focus on the 15-minute, which it shouldn't be a problem. Hopefully, not. Yes, it's dumping a little bit more here. It's not really rejecting off anything, so not sure if it's gonna be a pullback here. Let's see. We're pushing the view up here. See what we do. So if you guys want, just start hovering over the exit button. Maybe we cut this out quick and then just maybe focus on some shorts because the selling pressure is getting really aggressive here. So we got to see what we can do here. That means let me just prepare this. I do something like this. But if we do get a spike, guys, below the view, just get out of the trade. See if we get like a last second bounce here. Doesn't really look like it, but we'll give it one more second here. Yeah, no, this thing is. I mean, it's like it's really like aggressive, but it's not at the same time. I don't really think we hold this. Yeah, no, we're gonna dump it down. I mean, the stop is right there. I might as well just hold for it. Let me kind of just do this real quick. But yeah, guys, the setup was good there. It's just that DOL. I mean, we're still in the trade. It's 215 stop loss. Maybe we bounce from it last second. You never know, but it was that drawn liquidity that really stopped us out. So I would just say for the next trades, just let's just ignore these type of setups where we anticipate the breakout because it's just not gonna hold. Very unfortunate with this trade though, guys. Yeah, I got stopped out there. Let me just put out that I got stopped out real quick. If anything, we can focus on this 15-minute now. Once again, it's not really revenge trading. The setup is it just happens to be very close to our stop loss, which makes it look like it's revenge trading. But the setup is there, especially with really aggressive selling pressure. So if anything, we can focus on this a little bit more. But we will need to see what we do here. I'll do same size as well because it's a really good price target. 62 points. But still nothing yet from the inverse off the 15-minute. We tapped into it, but we're working through it. So obviously I haven't really found the time to enter. But really unfortunate with that first trade, bro. It was that draw on liquidity, dude. Fucking, dude, I knew it too. I wouldn't really say to re-enter anyways because we kind of just chopped through the gap, so it's not really valid anymore. Although we do have a 5-minute here though, but our bias is bearish below 283 anyways, so we need to find a setup above this level, which we don't have. Well, yeah, no, we don't. So we will have to make this 15-minute work if we want another setup. And the ES also tapped into this low here. On the bright side, the selling pressure is stepping in a little bit more, which is good, which can make our trade work a lot better. But it's not consistent because now we're getting a wick after we got stopped out. It looks like a higher low. It could be. Once again, we didn't place our stop loss at the draw liquidity down here, which would have been off 155. It would have been too big of a stop loss anyways. So we would need to see. But right now, our buys is being based off 283. So if we hold below with really good selling pressure like how we have right now, we can definitely make the 15-minute work. So yeah, I'll probably just focus on that because we could do a 1-to-1 risk reward here. Start hovering over the sub button, guys, because we are at the inverse point. Just gotta see if we like it enough with this volume. It's a little bit wicky, but I'm sure we can make it work with this really aggressive selling pressure. I just don't want to have to deal with another week where I have to make back all the profits. Because actually, last week was annoying. I didn't really end too red last week, but I don't really typically end red like that on these weeks. But yeah, start just hovering over the sub button, guys. I'm sure we can make the setup work here. There's really nothing stopping us. Wait, do we have a 5-minute on here? No, actually, not really. Let me delete this. It's old setup. But it's just like really aggressive and really like wicky. Like I'm sure we can see lower. I mean, we are getting a good sweep here, but I need to make sure it's like really good. So yeah, so far nothing yet, guys, for the shorts. Maybe because the ES is sweeping this low of day. Could be at 790. I kind of doubt it, but let's see what this next 5-minute candle does. God, dude, my Mondays lately have been so trash. Last Monday was the same issue. But the best thing we can take from this trade is just let's stop taking these trades where we anticipate the breakout from the drawn liquidity. Because obviously, right here, technically speaking, the trade worked out. We got the inverse and we hit a drawn liquidity price target. Obviously, we didn't scale out because it wasn't enough points for us to take it. It was like what, like 16, 17 points. Not enough for us to take it. Um, so obviously we didn't take profits there, but the trade did hit the drawn liquidity, which it had its reasons to reverse. So I'm not mad about that. Obviously, it was more on me for trying to anticipate this into the 310s, which we could have seen. But obviously, this kind of just lowered our probability in terms of a sweep, which is what ended up happening here. So on the bright side, if we can make shorts work off this 15-minute here, right? We're basing our buys from 283, which is a 5-minute drawn liquidity. Really good selling pressure. Hopefully this candle can reverse this candle back down to red. We inverse this. Maybe we wait for a candle breakout, and then we take shorts into the next liquidity at 155, which would be the New York low of day, which can work. I don't really think there's anything else that can stop us here that can stop us here in this trade. There's really no more liquidity here. It's just like little candles, which they're not really pullbacks. They're just red candles. Let me see. You said you didn't end last week too red, but ended being down 120 $1,264, which is more than some profit weeks. Well, lately my profit weeks have been about $2,000 to $3,000. So not really. I'm still in profit. But let's see if we can flip this candle back red. Oh, we already have red. Can we hold it? It's just the wicks that bother me a little bit. That's the only problem. Almost lunch hour? Yeah. I'm waiting to see if we can get a spike here. If not, then I'll just call it a day. But it's like an aggressive type of chop. Like we're getting really aggressive candles, but it's not leading us anywhere. Obviously, I would hope that we lead lower from the sweep off of 283, but it's gonna take some time. It seems like. So I would say just if we do get the spike down, maybe a break below 215 and we enter. That wouldn't be too bad. The thing is, we can't work with longs here, even off this 15 minute. Even if we want to, we really can't. Right here, I don't think we have anything on the 5 minute, right? Because we're basing the buys from 283, so we need to hold above that, anyways. So I'm hoping we can get this 15 minute to inverse very, very soon. We're not really in a time rush. I mean, we have 10 minutes left with this setup here, so I'm sure we get it, but we just gotta see how we push down because I need to like the setup enough as well to take it. Let me see. Someone say here in the last trade, what can you do to handle differently to avoid that loss? How would you journal that? Well, we already know what we did wrong. We tried to anticipate. The setup was good. The setup wasn't bad. The setup actually even played out. But what we did wrong with this trade is we tried anticipating a hold above 283 before we got it. So we got into longs with all the buying pressure that we had here and the good momentum. The trade saw green for about almost 20 points, but it couldn't hold because of the sweep from 283. That's why I'm a little bit more comfortable with shorts. There's really nothing stopping us until the price target at 155. Because technically speaking, this should have been our price target, but it was too little. It was 15 points. I'm not going to target 15 points. It's just not worth it to me. I mean, so the mistake with this trade, obviously, I'll say it was my fault. It was just we tried anticipating this. So we just got to stop anticipating setups because that's what's costing us. Like the setups are working out and we're taking really good trades. But the trades out that lose is because we're trying to anticipate this. Because look, we literally got the push that we needed into the inverse. We were green. We hit the price target, which we didn't scale out at because it wasn't our price target, but it was a drawn liquidity. We tapped into it, we swept it, and now look what we're doing. We're forming an MSS model back down, which makes total sense, right? Obviously, I could have seen this a mile away. I just tried anticipating it because obviously I really wanted to take longs from the sweep down here at 160, I think it was, around there. So I tried taking longs into like the 300s, but obviously we couldn't make it work because of that sweep. So obviously that's just something I need to obviously journal down and review a little bit more. But most of my losses usually come from either chop or anticipation, which is where my last loss came from as well. So yeah, at least we know what we did wrong with that setup. So I'm not too mad about it, and I'm sure we can make it back, especially if we get some really good selling pressure here, which I don't know if we're gonna get. It's a little bit choppy right here at the inverse. We have 10 minutes. We have about 9 minutes left for the setup to work out. If not, we just come back later, or we can get a 15-minute retracement here. We can get a 15-minute retracement here if we hold it, and then we just reject back down and we take the entry from there as well. We are retracing. Oh no, I was about to say we are retracing to the 5-minute. There's no 5-minute here. It looks like a 5-minute, but it's not. It's only 27 points. Is this one a 5-minute? No, it's not. It's 30. So right now I'm just kind of hoping and seeing if we can get a rejection. If we can't, then I'll just probably just get off. At least for now. Hopefully we can at least hold up this 15-minute here. Because the thing is, guys, even if we do reclaim 283 and we go back bullish, we can't do much with it. There's really not much to really take here. Everything here is just tiny little candles. 24 points on the 15-minute. Wick here. No gap here. There's really nothing we can do here. And then the only gap that we can inverse, we can't really inverse it because we're bearish below this level here. So we need to find a setup above this level. Unless you want to take a really risky setup, which I don't really think is worth it in today's market. But for now, we wait. This could just be a pullback, really aggressive pullback before we see lower. I'm hoping it is because I really want to take these shorts down here. But if it's not, then, it just wasn't meant to be. But as far as setups goes, there's not much else that we can really take here. And the 30-minute also got inversed. So, yeah. Yeah, there's literally nothing else we can take for longs today, guys. So if we do reclaim 283, we're just going to unfortunately have to watch the market kind of just run without us. Which I'm hoping it doesn't do, but not your fault. No, it kind of is, to be honest. Obviously, like I said, the setup was good. The setup was there. I'm not mad about it. I'm not mad about the loss. I'm not mad about the setup, nor am I tilted or anything. It's obviously I just keep trying to anticipate these setups because obviously I'm so confident in the setup working out that I'm like, okay, yeah, we have a level of liquidity there, but with the buying pressure, I'm sure we'll just get past it with no issue. And that's the problem. That's what happened with the last loss that we took here. Let me show you guys. Once again, it's the loss over here. Literally the loss right here. It's the same shit. We had a good sweep, good MSS, good buying volume, good buying momentum, and buying aggression. We took the inverse. We were green on the trade for like, I don't know, 20, 25 points. Nothing crazy, right? But the thing is, we hit the drawn liquidity, and I'm not taking profits here because obviously it's not enough points. I'm like, oh, it's not going to be an issue. You know what I mean? Because we have so much buying pressure, we're just going to go through it like there's nothing there, right? And that's where the problems start. We hit the drawn liquidity, which makes the setup work out, but obviously the market has its reasons to start going down. And why do you guys think we got stopped out here? MSS model formed, we got a DOL sweep, selling pressure kicked in, we got stopped out. Right, so I need to stop taking these setups where there's a level of liquidity in the way that we're not going to target. You know what I mean? Now, on the bright side, right now, obviously, you guys are probably looking at the market. You're like, David, we're cooked. We're not getting a setup. Don't worry, because we can still make shorts work. Maybe. I mean, we got to push a little bit more here. But what I was thinking is maybe we create a 5-minute bullish rally gap. We create a pullback, and then we inverse this 5-minute, and then we just go back down. But I mean, what are the chances we pump up another 10 points in 40 seconds? Because the volume sucks. You know what I mean? So I guess if we don't hold this setup, or if we don't hold this 15-minute in the next 5 minutes, we just get off and come back later. Not the way I want to start the week, but it's been a tough market. Well, I'm not even going to say the market is tough. We know what we did wrong here. Hopefully we can get like a little redemption trade if a setup comes around. But we're like in a time crunch because we have 20 seconds, 15 seconds left, and we got to pump up an extra 5 points, which we could barely do. Well, we can see, but if not, then we maybe just come back later. Or maybe I'm gonna give the market 5 more minutes. Hopefully we can reject back down in this next 5-minute candle and go just straight down to this inverse again. We take it from there. But if not, then we just come back later. And I'm not even gonna bother telling you guys like, oh, hey, let's do Asia. For what? It's not gonna move. I mean, we could try, but it's been a pretty slow market lately. Imagine this is just a huge pullback to go longer. I'm gonna be super pissed. Well, I mean, uh, it could be. I mean, once again, we did base our stop loss off a point-based stop loss and not a draw on liquidity. So technically speaking, our stop loss should have been placed at what is the Asia low? I'm pretty sure down here. Our stop loss should have been placed here at 163. So all this could be is just a pullback before we seek higher, technically speaking, right? But obviously, we're not gonna hold all the way till then. You know, what I mean, that just doesn't make sense. You know, because I mean, just imagine we have a yeah, look at that. Yeah, we're definitely not doing that. That's 110 points. Not really worth it. You know what I mean? So yeah, just not all trades, have to work out in our favor. Now, the biggest concern right now is, can we reverse this back down? If we can't do it in this candle, we just come back later. Choppy market. Look, but I'm not gonna blame. I'm not gonna blame my loss on the markets today. We know what we did wrong. You know what I mean, once again, we tried anticipating this breakout here. We tapped into it. Technically speaking, the trade worked out. It hit a target. I mean, which is why we pumped up in the first place. It's just not the target that we wanted, which obviously got in the way, and we got stopped out due to a DOL sweep here. So I'm not mad about it. In fact, not at all. I'm not even bothered with it. I just need to understand that, for the next trades, let's just stop anticipating. It's just not worth it. You know what I mean? If the setup works out, so be it. There's going to be another one. You know what I mean? But let's just stop taking these trades where we take a fair value gap and there's a pullback 12 points away. You know what I mean? It's just not worth it. Let me see. Perfect A plus setup. Just a little bit iffy with August price action. Once again, we're not blaming the price action. Yeah, it's a little bit bad, but I mean, look what we took. The setup was there. I mean, everything was there. We had a good break, hold above the VWAP, good momentum, good buying pressure, good inverse. We hit the target, just not the target we wanted. So we can't be mad about it. You know what I mean? We just tried anticipating it. So the best thing we do is learn, bounce back, come back to the next setup, and we take it. You know what I mean? Now, hopefully, we can reverse this back down because I really do want to take this inverse because I do know that this one could most likely work. Because compared to the previous setup, this setup is a 15-minute, and there's nothing stopping us until the low of day, which is what I want to target. But I need more selling pressure, which is kind of iffy right now. David, maybe take long stuff at 15-minute if we hold it at 55. Nah, because once again, what's your current bias right now? Off of 283. So why would you take longs with the bearish bias? This could just be a pullback before we see lower. It's hard to tell. We're not here to guess. The lesson that we just learned is let's stop anticipating the bias. You know what I mean? But yeah, a little bit unfortunate. I'm sure we can make it back. It's not a big deal. But yeah, just for next time, we gotta know. There's no more anticipation. Because it just lowers the probability. Yeah, it can still work out, and it's worked out before like a million times. But when we have scenarios like this, it gets annoying because we know what we did wrong. It's fine. We make mistakes. Can't be mad about it. It doesn't really seem like we want to go back down with this 5-minute and 15-minute time frame. So I don't know if this 15-minute gap even wants to work anyways. Hopefully we get like a last second dump. But I don't really think we do. And we can't even use this 5-minute either because it's only 35 points. It's not enough of an imbalance to really use it. Someone said every loss we do 25 push-ups. Okay, I don't know about that one, but I'm not trying to do push-ups right now, bro. The push-ups aren't a horrible idea. Bro, I don't know. I'm trying to trade, bro. I'll go to the gym later. David's fat maxing, bro. Dude, maybe another time, bro. I'm trying to lock in right now, dude. The sim is enough cardio, bro. All right, let's see. I mean, we didn't really close the candle how we wanted it to, but maybe we get a dump now. If the candle flips back green, I'll probably just get off and come back later. Hopefully the PM is gonna be better. I kind of doubt it. Usually when the AM is pretty bad, the PM follows along. We all know Asia's not gonna be good today. So people will pay to see the token. Oh, I know. Trust me, I know. I'm trying to ignore it. But let's see if we can reclaim this inverse here. I'm still not in love with price, but if the bias tells us lower and we could trade into it with a good, with a good stop loss, I mean, I wouldn't be against it. You would really retire early, bro. Someone said I don't work out because it hurts. All right, bro. Blast is 12. Don't break rules. What do you mean? I don't have a rule of not trading at 12. In fact, I've taken a few trades at 12. It's just typically when volume tends to get slower. Not always though. But I personally don't have a rule on not trading 12 at 12. I'll trade at any time as long as there's a setup. But yeah. Yeah. I don't have a rule at trading times. Usually what I say is usually at 12 we get choppy, but not always. It's not always like a guaranteed thing. But yeah, hopefully we can hold the selling. If not, then I'll probably just come back later. I'll give the market a few more minutes. Yeah, I'm not, like I said, guys, I'm not really too mad, and no one really here should be mad about the loss that we took. Obviously, take it as a learning experience. We had to stop anticipating. We have to stop anticipating these setups. Like if we have a fair value gap and there's a price target nearby that we know we're not gonna take profits at, don't even take it. It's not even worth it. Because chances are, we tap into it, the trade works out technically speaking, and we reverse it before you take profits, and that's when you get screwed over. Our last two losses, this one and the last one that we took, have been the same scenario. So we live and learn. You know what I mean? We learn through this. But let's see if we can reclaim this 15-minute IFG and just shoot this straight down, and we go from there. Hopefully we make it work. Now we do have a 15-minute here, which hopefully we don't get a retracement into, but yeah. Yeah, guys, I guess just start hovering over the sub button. Let's see if we can make something work here. Fingers crossed we can. I mean, this setup doesn't really have a drawn liquidity in the way, which is technically what's stopping us out. Obviously, volume is a little bit iffy, but hopefully we get a last second push into it. But I do like the setup a lot more than the previous one. Although the previous one was good. It was there. But yeah. Let's see if we can make this work, guys. All right, just hover over the sub button. I'll let you guys know once I enter. Unless you want to enter a little bit earlier, that's completely fine. But the setup is there. Question is can we hold it consistently? If not, then the market is not for us to. Let me see. I lost in the first trade down 190. Dude, that's nothing, dude. I wish I was down 190. Yeah, you're good, bro. You're good. It's just, just a little mistake that we made on that trade. We fix it. We bounce back. Hopefully, we can fix it with this trade. Yeah, let's see if we can get some selling here, guys. Like I said, just hover over the sell button. I would say a nice break below 215. We can enter. We can't get too late of an entry because our stop loss is already pretty wide, 66 points. I'll try to do a break below 215. What can we do in this next candle? This next 5 minute. I have a feeling we're going to pop down in like a few seconds. Just over the sell button, guys. All right, I'm gonna try here. I have for that 212. I'm trying Q shorts here. I'm gonna put my stop loss at the drawn liquidity at 283. All right, guys. 283 will be my stop loss. By 15 stop. Yeah, 212 is my entry. It's gonna be my last trade of the day, guys. Hopefully we can make these shorts work, but let me alert this real quick. I'm gonna go quickly use the bathroom again, guys. I'm drinking a lot of water. We'll be back. PT1 is 157. Yeah, or 155. It's low of day. The New York low of day. All right, I'll be back. Hold up. Let me just make sure it looks good here. One sec. Okay, man. Be back. Alrighty, I'm back. What are we doing? Just chopping through it. Yep, figured. Okay, I'm back. My fault, guys. But yeah. David, your still life must be a rough one. Dude, tell me about it, bro. That's today's market for you, bro. But yeah, hopefully we can get a good dump down here. Once again, I don't really think there's anything else that should really stop us. Now, if we do get stopped out of this trade, it has to be just pure chop. I don't really see what we can reverse from here. At all. I'm really hoping this trade can run down straight into 155. It's gonna take a minute. But I'm not really seeing what else this trade can get reversed from. ES is rejecting off the VWAP, which is a good sign. NQ has good selling pressure, good inverse, good break below the previous low, bearish bias, good MSS model. I don't really see what can stop us out. Maybe a wick here. I mean, there's nothing here, to be honest. It's just a little red candle. But yeah, I want to see 155. It is going to take a minute, though. So we're probably going to be on stream for a 5 minute with this trade, guys. Because, dude, in order for us to dump down, how many points? 60 points to the downside is going to take forever. But we just wait and see. We have a really good stop loss with this trade, though. So if this one doesn't work out, then it's just not my day. Which the first trade, like I said, I keep bringing it up, but we could have definitely avoided this one. I need to stop anticipating, bro. I got to put it down like on like a freaking, what is it? A sticky note on my computer. Just stop anticipating trades. Because I know, like, we all know, like, hey, like, obviously don't anticipate it. Just wait for everything to look perfect. But sometimes, like, when a setup looks really good, like, you just know that it's going to work out. That's what I thought with this setup here. The momentum was really good and the inverse was amazing and the sweep was as well. It's just I didn't think this level would be cause so many problems, which it did. Obviously, we can all see we swept it, and obviously we're dumping down. Now we're in shorts from it. So yeah. Yeah, we really need to stop anticipating. Because we could have avoided this loss for sure. Even if it would have worked out, like it just with that level in the way, it wouldn't have been worth it. I need to really write that down. Stop anticipating trade. Where the scale at? 155. The levels are on the screen. Now with the straight. Now we know this shit's gonna take forever, bro. I'm gonna put some TV on, just chill. It's gonna be one of those streams. Someone's like here, David, you should skip Mondays and trade Fridays. Dude, once again, I don't really skip days because some days are better than others. That's not really how it works. Oh my gosh, my TV has to update, bro. You serious, bro? Why do TVs even have updates? Whatever. Dude, I don't really take trades. I mean, I don't really trade on days because certain days are better than others. That's not really how it works. The only reason I don't trade on Fridays is because if I take a loss on Friday or I get tilted, shit happens. I just don't like going into the weekend thinking about loss. You guys know how I am, bro. I'm a very intense person. I try to be as perfect as possible, which is impossible. We all know that, obviously. But I try to be as perfect as possible for you guys. You know what I mean? Because I want to make money with you guys. I want you guys to make money with me as a team. You know what I mean? As a community. So on Fridays, if I go until or I take a loss or whatever, I'm not letting go of that loss. For example, for today, we learned the lesson with this loss, and I just keep bringing it up. I'm not gonna let it go. You know what I mean? That's just how I am as a trader. I like to hold myself very accountable. So if I take a loss on a Friday, I'm gonna be thinking about it all weekend. It's gonna ruin my mindset. It's gonna ruin my vibe. I'm gonna be down the whole weekend. Um, so do you guys get what I'm trying to say? Like I don't want to think about our loss from Friday through the weekend because usually I use the weekends to rest mentally and just get away from the charts and then come into Monday with a refreshed mindset. You know what I mean? If I'm thinking about the loss, I'm gonna be on Monday like I'm pressured. If I don't put out a win, people are gonna think I'm a shitty trader. If I don't put out a win, like people are gonna leave. They're gonna think I'm bad. You get what I'm saying? So I just don't. And I've had those moments happen to me before. And in fact, I don't know if you guys remember, like a few months ago, one of my first red weeks of the year. Um, in fact, I probably had like 2 or 3 red weeks this year, which is really impressive to even say. Um, Last week being one of them, and then the other one being a few months ago. But this year, I actually had a week where I had wins every single day, Monday to Thursday. This is when I used to trade Fridays. This was actually the reason I stopped trading Fridays. I went until on Friday because the market was super volatile because of Trump speaking and all that stuff. This was when Trump was doing all his things. Dude, I went from being up $1,500 to being down $2,000 on the week because I got so tilted. I'm like, oh, I'll take another loss with heavy size. I'll have a buffer for the week. I'm fine. Dude, no. I went on tilt, bro. I could not sleep that whole weekend. And then going out to the Monday, obviously I felt super tilted, like pressured that I need to put out a win. Thankfully, we put out the wins and everything. We made everything back. But I hate thinking like that, bro. I can't, bro. So that the only reason I don't trade Fridays, guys, is not because Fridays are bad or I don't like them or whatever. It's just more of a mental reason. Hey David, how come your position size is 15 and not 150 since you're copy trading 10 accounts? You can set up a setting where it's like that. I don't know exactly where that setting is. I set it up years ago when I first started with Tradevate. But it's somewhere in there. I do know you could do it. Now, if you can't do it, sometimes they do remove some settings. You can use third-party softwares like TradeCopia or what is it, TradeSyncer, and you could do it the same way. But I'm pretty sure I do know obviously because I'm doing it right now. You can copy trade with the setting on. I just gotta find it. It's on Tradevate. I'm not sure exactly where it is, but yeah, maybe it's in the copy trading group settings. But yeah, so now you guys know I don't trade Fridays, and I feel like I explain it every week, but maybe you guys just don't understand. Maybe you guys think that Fridays are bad. In fact, some Fridays are actually amazing. Not always though, but I don't know. I just don't like trading Fridays. Someone said resistance at 192. Resistance? Isn't resistance like? Oh, yeah, I get what you're saying. Wait, no. You mean support? Support is down here. 192, you say. Let me see what we have on 192. I'm not really seeing anything on 192, but maybe you see something. 192. No, I mean, I'm not really seeing. Maybe you're just talking about this wick here. Not really seeing anything there, but we'll see. We'll see as we approach it, if we approach it. Now, like I said, guys, this trade is going to take a while. So if you guys are reading the trade and you guys don't want to be on stream, you guys can always hold the trade. I'll always alert it and everything. But for me, bro, I'm going to sit back, just put on some TV and just chill with you guys. Maybe you guys have some questions. Yes, it's bouncing off a 5-minute. Yeah, kind of. I mean, once again, ES is not really doing much today. It's just pure chop. So chances are low that ES leads the market. It could. It definitely could. From a sweep off this low of day here, but hopefully not. I mean, once again, looking at NQ, everything here looks literally perfect. We have the MSS model right here. We have main high, lower high, lower high. That looks amazing. We had really good selling momentum, really good selling pressure, good inverse off the 15-minute. We have room for lower into 155. I don't see what we can reverse from anywhere here. So I'm pretty confident this trade should work out. Yes, the market volume is a little bit iffy. So yes, pullbacks are going to happen. We're going to see a little bit of drawdown. It's normal. It's a choppy market. It's not going to be perfect straight down. But technically speaking, from what the chart is telling us, this trade should work out. I mean, there's literally nothing stopping. Ugh, I can't even speak. There's nothing that should stop us here. At least I don't think. You know what I mean? I'm not really seeing much here. Um, but yeah, like I said, I'll repeat it one more time. The whole reason why the first trade didn't work out was mainly because we just didn't take profits at a deal point right here. So at least we found the mistake here. And then with this one, we're not really making the same mistake because we're not really taking an entry near a level of liquidity, which is really good because our next level of liquidity will be at the low of day if we see that, unless we chop out into our stop loss, which would be very unfortunate. But if that happens, then today just wasn't our day. You know what I mean? It happens. Always got to look on the bright side. Yeah, I'm sure we go down. I don't really see why we wouldn't. It's just gonna be a very slow grind down. So we're gonna be in this trade for a minute. Someone said long and short. I'm in shorts right now. Is there not an IFG at 190? No, no, I'm not really seeing anything on 190. I mean, maybe you're talking about this one, but we've been filled this like an hour ago. This gap is long gone. You know what I mean? Other than that, I mean, not really, dude. Maybe you're talking about this candle here. I mean, maybe there's something here. No, it's a 33-point candle. There's nothing there. Yeah, there's really nothing here until 155, which is what I'm trying to target. It's just pure, just chop here. So once again, I'm sure we just chop down more into our price target. So like I said, it's gonna be a slow trade, but that's just the name of the game sometimes. Even if we have to be on for a long time, it'll be fine. Put that miss us there. But ES is trying to sweep here, or it technically is at 790. On the bright side, ES is chopping out a lot though, so I'm hoping it doesn't really affect NQ. It shouldn't, but you never know. Setup wise, I would rate the setup an A plus setup. Like the setup is literally amazing. The volume is a little bit iffy, but other than that, the setup itself is really good. So like I said, just wait and see until we go lower. It's gonna be a long stream though, I will say that. Unless we get like a Trump candle all the way down to 155, that'll be amazing, but I doubt that happens today. Well, wait, can you make sure the free print gets applied to? Yeah. Actually, no, I can't do that because I have the stream open. And I have to obviously pull up your information on the stream. So let me not do that. Don't worry, I'll make sure you get it. Oh, I would love a Trump candle down, bro. With my luck, these Trump candles never go in my favor. Never, literally never. I'll be in longs, and Trump will just say, just dump the markets. I've rarely had a Trump candle go in my favor. Rarely. And of course, the biggest ones always go against me. Isn't it called a Diddy candle? Not anymore, bro. It's a Trump candle now, bro. A Trump candle is when Trump says something about war or about the economy, whatever, and then we dump it down. I managed to get out of break even and call it. I mean, you could. This is the type of trade where you take it on live with us and then you just set and forget it. It's gonna this trade, like I said, guys, this trade is gonna take a minute. I'm gonna try to stay on live with you guys as much as I can. It is lunch hour, so I am getting a little bit hungry, so I do want to go eat. I don't know, maybe if the trade goes in enough profit, I'll just tell you guys like, hey, either scale out here if you want to, or just continue holding until the price target at 155, and then we just go on about our days. Because yeah, I'm starving too, bro. But obviously, I'm gonna hold the trade. You know what I mean? Whether we get stopped out or the trade plays out, it's gonna take a minute anyways, unless Trump says something, which hopefully not. But yeah, you get to the point. Yeah, the trade's gonna take a minute. So obviously, if you guys are already in and you guys already know where you're gonna target, which will be 155, you can get off. I mean, you don't really have to be in the stream. I'm gonna be taking profits down here as well. So as long as you know, hey, 155 is our target. Okay, that's it. We're good. You know what I mean, so yeah. But I'm gonna try to stay on stream for like at least another hour, depending on what the trade does. Are you worried about ES going long, David? Nah, I mean, it's in the back of my mind. That's why I keep switching over to it to see what it's doing. I don't know. I really don't want to say it's gonna be an issue. ES is really, dude. Look at this. It's a barcode. You know what I mean? And even then, while ES is pumping, if you look at NQ, it's still holding red. So it's like they're doing their own things. It's like they're in their own world. Yes, ES can get in the way, but if ES rejects, we should be going lower. Like I said, this setup, I really don't believe we should get stopped out of the setup. I don't see why. Once again, there's no liquidity anywhere here. You know what I mean, everything here literally lines up perfectly, other than the volume. The volume is the only issue, which just makes the trade just take a lot longer to play out. But other than that, I mean, to be honest, this trade looks literally amazing. I don't see, if we get stopped out, it has to be because of chop. That's the only reason I would say we get stopped out. Yeah, you could say an SMT or whatever, but at the same time, once again, ES is pumping and NQ's not following. And ES is really choppy, so it's maybe just doing whatever, and NQ's like, okay, well, I don't care. You know what I mean? So yeah, although like I said, the trade's gonna take forever to play out, I think we just wait and hold and see what it does. You know what I mean? I at least want to see 155. That level is really strong. It's the New York Open, and it's the only level nearby as well. So that's why I'm super confident with the setup, and I want to hold it. Definitely a trade I wouldn't like to take on constantly. Yeah, constantly. Yeah, you know, I mean, choppy markets come around every now and then. It's like you avoid them or you try to make them work. You know, we're definitely trying. So yeah. Why are you trading this? The setup is there, bro. I already come to the fact that it's gonna take a minute, but as long as we know the market's gonna go down, dude, just take it. I mean, not every step has to be 10 minutes. Yeah, volume is. Yeah, I agree, dude. The volume is terrible. I just wish I could have like just told myself like, dude, why anticipate the longs here, bro? I'm not, like I said, I'm not mad with the setup, bro. And you guys see, I'm not letting it go. Like I'm very like, I'm that type of person. But it's like I'm not annoyed. I'm not bothered. Not even 1% of the setup here. You know, it's a loss. You know what happens, comes around. But dude, like, damn, bro, like it could have been avoided so easy because we hit the target literally perfectly, and then we dumped down because of the sweep. I knew it, dude. Like, I knew it, but like, I still took it. You know what I mean? I can't blame anyone. I just gotta put it like in a freaking sticky note. Just stop anticipating setups. Because once again, guys, obviously, when you guys have been in the markets for so long, you just know that what setups are gonna work. And this happens to be the setup like I know is gonna work. You know what I mean? Like I don't care. You know, and obviously this level got in the way and it stopped us out. I can't blame ES. I can't blame anything else. I mean, the level was just there, and I took it. I tried anticipating it. You like that too? Yeah, bro. I mean, I like to hold myself very accountable, bro. I'm never that type. Obviously, if I get chopped out, because of the chop, I'm gonna say, hey, I got chopped out. You know what I mean? It's the market's fault, right? But if I make a mistake and I know what I did wrong, I'm gonna hold myself accountable until I learn not to do it again. Which I will still do it. Mistakes happen. We're all human. We're gonna fall into temptation with some setups. But I need to try to avoid these setups as much as possible because it was so good. But the level was right there, bro. Like, what was I thinking? It's whatever. I gotta stop ranting about it. I'll know for next time. Like, no more levels nearby. If there's a level, don't take it. Wait for the next setup. David, hop on Apex, dude. I'm sorry, bro. That game sucks, dude. What level did you show at? It's on the screen, bro. 30,212. Everything is on the screen. Everything you guys need to know is on the screen. Now, Apex level slander cannot be tolerated. Did that game? Look. The last time I played that game was back in quarantine. Maybe it was bad during quarantine. I just never gave it like the attention it deserved. But I can't with that game, dude. Apex or R6, dude, both of them suck. But if I had to choose one, I would do R6. Because dude, in Rainbow, everyone hides in corners where you just can't see them, bro. It sucks. Battlefield, I've never really played Battlefield. I've always been a COD type of guy. EAFC? What is that? EAFC. EAFC? Football? Soccer? Yeah, yeah. No. I'm not. No, no. I don't like soccer. Let me guess, you're a Valorant? Nope. I'm a CS type of guy, bro. Actually, my CS profile right now, bro. Hold on, hold on. Actually, no, I'm gonna get a bunch of friend requests. Dude, CS is way better than Valorant, bro. Valorant, dude. Look, if you guys play Valorant, bro, I'm sorry, dude, but no. Dude, that game has turned more into like an e-dating type of game more than anything else, bro. That game is not a shooter game, bro. It's a game where you get on to find e-girls, bro. E-kittens, bro. I'm on there for the mommy ASMR, dude. Yeah, see, dude, any EA game, bro. Look, EA produces some good games, but it's like they recycle the same game every year to just get a money grab. And now that we're normalizing $80 or $100 games, you already know EA is gonna take advantage of that shit, bro. Dude, bro. I play a lot of Formula One, or I used to at least. I stopped playing. I got kind of bored of it. Dude, I used to play a lot of Formula One games. Dude, the ones from 2020 all the way to 2025, they're all the same game with a different name. F1 2025. That's all there is. And then they just update like the colors of the team or the whatever. That's all they do. Like, dude, just release an update for the game. Just release one game as a game and just update it. No, they gotta juice out the money, bro. Madden is tough. Only EA game I played. But be honest with me. Be honest with me, right? We've all played. 2K isn't owned by EA, right? No, it's not. No, 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 it's not. But Madden is. Bro, Madden, you play every year because my little cousin plays it. Every single year, it's all the same game. The graphics don't even improve. It's all the same shit. Now, look, the only EA game I would ever play and tolerate, Skate 3. I'm surprised they haven't even made like they need to like what they did with BO2 on the PS5. They need to do that with Skate 3, bro. That game is oh my gosh, dude, I love that game so much, bro. The new Skate game is terrible, bro. That game sucks. This is painful. Yeah, dude. I'm telling you, bro. We're gonna be in the street for a minute, bro. Look, if we're still in the street by like 1, I'll probably just get off and just alert it, for you guys, and then we go from there. You didn't enter the first trade. Honestly, best call you could have done. You entered the second one. Yeah, the second one looks good. The setup looks really, really good. I'm sure it's gonna play out. It's gonna take a minute though. That's the only thing. It's gonna take a fat minute. So just sit back, get some food, put some music on, and just chill. Or if you want to listen to my voice, that you can do that too. Bro. Yeah, we're still sitting at break even, dude. This market is rough. David, have you ever watched Dexter? No, I'm not really a guy that watches shows like that. Dude, the last show I've ever watched from start to finish, or not even from start to finish, Got in early, 226. Oh, not bad. Yeah, not bad. Um, for me, bro, my favorite show that I've watched, it was during quarantine, bro. I'll never forget, bro. It was Flash, bro. Wow, it was good for like the first 2 seasons, and then just got shitty. That's a show that should have ended, and they just keep milking it out. And obviously, they're I don't know if you guys watched like the last season, but I used to get TikTok on it, bro. The budget was so low, it was terrible, bro. But Flash, very good show. Bro, yo, okay, come on, bro. I'm not reading that in chat, bro. But bro, yeah, that Flash was really good. If you guys haven't watched it, 10 out of 10 show. I'm not someone that likes shows or movies or like that, anything like that. But that one I can really say it was amazing. That shit will have you hooked. David, have you ever watched your own YouTube videos for fun? Dude, yes. We've all done that, bro. Dude, you know what I do? Bro, when I'm bored, anytime I post like a story on Instagram, I'll rewatch it like 20 times and just pretend I'm someone else just to see what they will see. I do it all the time, bro. We all do that, bro. Bro, come on now, bro. We all do that, bro. We're not stupid, dude. Come on now. Bro, sometimes I watch my own videos. I'm like, do I sound smart when I'm taking this trade? I don't think I'm obsessed with myself. It's just we all do that, bro. Someone said I watched your IG story one time. I had to block you, bro. What could I have posted, bro? All I posted my cars and my cats, bro. Yeah, dude, we all do that, bro. Yes, we do, bro. Especially for my girls in here, bro. Yo, bro, yeah. That's AI, bro. That's AI, dude. For the girls in here, bro. I know, bro. We all know girls are obsessed with social media, dude. You know what I mean? Like, I know for a fact that, bro, when you post something, bro, you're gonna rewatch it 20 million times. We all know that, bro. Yo, bro, flock, bro. Come on now, bro. Lock in, bro. I can put you on, bro. Guilty? We've all been there. Look, I'm guilty too. I'm not gonna lie about it. I rewatch my stories 20 times in the same hour. And I'll do another 20 times in the next 3 hours. People some volume. I mean, bro. I mean, if dumping 7 points is a lot of volume to you, then sure. Well, I mean 20, whatever. But we're nowhere near the price target. Don't get excited. Do not get excited, dude. Yo, what are you guys pulling up when you open the door? Yo, I did not repost that, bro. Yo, AI is getting crazy, dude. Never said it was a lot. Okay, well, no, someone said it. Someone's like, "Yo, lock in." There's not even lock in here. We have a long way down. This is a whole road trip down. Like, we're gonna be here for a minute. But hey, I got nothing better to do. Why not just chill on stream with you guys? Guys, gonna take a bit. Yeah, and dude, knowing this market, bro, we're getting the dump now just to recover it again and then get another dump and then recover it and then get another dump. How many cats you got, dude? Two. There's a stray cat outside that I've actually been feeding a lot. I'm a very like I love animals. I love helping anything and anyone. So dude, my cats are very spoiled. Let me tell you guys a little story. My cats are very spoiled. My cats are very picky because they never grew up like that, bro. I adopted these cats literally out the womb, bro. Um, so my cats are very picky when it comes to food. So me being a caring dad for my cats, right? I'm like, hey, my cats are a little bit obese, right? My cats are fat as shit. Let me try to get them on like a good diet, right? Like it's like I think it's called Science Diet or something, like that cat brand, like whatever. I'm like, okay, I always give them wet food mixed with pebbles and water so they stay hydrated and get food. So let me do that, but with vegetables, like vegetable canned food. Dude, my cats looked at it. I put it on the thing. My cats looked at it. They looked at me. They just walked away. I'm like, bro, I just spent like $50 on this freaking pack of food. And you're gonna look at me like with a face of like, you know what I mean? You gotta starve them. I tried, dude. They refused to eat. I literally didn't give them food. Like I left the food there from the afternoon all the way to the next morning. They didn't look at it. They didn't even touch it, bro. Nothing. I'm like, okay, bro, you guys are gonna like literally kill yourselves, so don't do that. You know what I mean? So let me just give you the let me go back to the store, let me buy the actual food, and they ate it like there was no tomorrow. They literally didn't leave a crumb on the plate. So what I'm doing instead is, so my cats are a little bit ungrateful. I give the healthy food to a stray cat outside. Dude, that cat, I feel so bad for it, bro. Like, I really want to give it a home, but I don't know, man. I feel like it's gonna cause a lot of trouble with my cats too. Because every night I always hear cats fighting, and this cat has been every day I wake up, like when it rains, all of my cars have paw prints. I'm like, dude, who the hell keeps dirtying my cars, bro? And I look deep into it, and it's like little paw prints, bro. I'm like, bro, there's a cat here. And then one day I look under because I'm like working on my cars, and a cat's just like loafing under my BMW. I'm like, yo, there's a cat there. And then I just started feeding it food because it looked really skinny and I felt really bad. So yeah. And then I thought about adopting it, but eh, I don't think it's the best thing to do. That cat looks really aggressive. Like it fights a lot, has a lot of scars. And then dude, my cats, bro, my cats have never like they're not gonna live, bro. So I rather just avoid that. I can probably find a picture here. I gotta find it. And then obviously, surprise, the market is still chopping. It's grinding down. It's gonna go down slowly. We all know that, but hopefully into 155 with no issues. Because the thing I'm scared about is, yeah, we got a good dump into like 180 or whatever, and then knowing the markets is gonna bounce right back up like this, like nothing happened. Anyways, let me see if I can find a picture here. Right here. I think I only have one picture of the cat. Man, thought I had more. But yeah, bro, and the cat, like, I think its jaw's broken because its tongue is either really dehydrated, which doesn't make sense. I tried giving it water, but its tongue is like sticking out, like, you know what I mean? If that makes sense. And it had scars on its face, so I felt really bad. But yeah, here, let me show you guys how it looks. But yeah, I only have two cats. Here it is, as you can see right here. Like you see, like I gave it pebbles, I gave it water, and I gave it like the vegetable canned food, which it literally ate it like there was no tomorrow. So yeah, I'm sure it's very grateful because now this cat comes. This cat literally sleeps in front of my door every day now. So I really want to adopt it, bro, but I don't think it's best, dude. Um, it will need a lot of training, which I don't even know you can train a cat. I don't even think you can because, dude, my cats don't listen for shit unless there's food in front of them. You can? How? Dude, the only word that my cats know is their name, and they only listen when it's their feeding time. What the frick is behind the water bowl? Oh, those are the pebbles. I put it in like a tinfoil can, but I think the wind like knocked it over. It's pebbles, wet food, and then water. You have to train them with food and praise. Okay, well, okay, maybe you guys are right because my cats know their name. Like, dude, I'll call them and they'll come to me like they're like instantly. You know what I mean, they're like yes, you know, and they'll even meow at me. And then when my cats want something, like they'll meow and just like look at it. And my cats know how to open doors, which is really scary. Like one time with my baby cat, she tried. I guess she sees me like opening the knob or like twisting the knob to open the door. And then one time she got on her like cat tree and she was trying to twist the knob. I'm like, bro, this thing is not a cat, dude. This thing is freaking. What is it called? Um, so like what is it called? The skinwalker. It's a freaking skinwalker, bro. Have you given your cats catnip, dude? Yes, bro. They were, bro. My cat was like trying to walk through the door, bro. It was so weird, bro. I think I have it on video. My cat was like trying to like knock on the door to open it. It was weird, bro. It was really weird. My friend's cat used to play fetch. My cats play fetch with their toys. Dude, they act like dogs. It's funny. And then she grabs it and she brings it back to me so I can throw it again. Loaf plays fetch. Let me guess. Loaf is the tabby cat. I'm assuming. Nah. Oh. Okay, Kiza. Okay. I'll try to remember. I'm not gonna remember. I'm gonna forget in 5 minutes, but go get a dog, David. A Doberman or a kid. Dude, I want a dog, but obviously I live with my girlfriend and it's her way. You know what I mean? So well, we got a cat. We got a cat. We got two cats, in fact. I wanted a dog. I really like pit bulls. Dude, people always talk bad on pit bulls, like they're so aggressive and everything. Dude, no, they're not, bro. I've had a pit bull. I've had many dogs before, and dude, I've had two pit bulls, three pit bulls. They're my brothers. Dude, they're the nicest, friendliest dogs ever. They're only aggressive if you train them. But dude, no one talks shit about chihuahuas, bro. Those dogs fucking suck, bro. Those dogs do nothing but bite you for no reason, bro. I used to have one. I used to love him. But those dogs literally bite you for no reason, bro. But yeah, bro. Let me see. My daughter wants a pet so bad. You know, I've never understood. My mom has always been. Now that I have my own place, I obviously got the cats. Um, but by the way, guys, if you guys hear me chewing, my girlfriend made me some Nutella with toast or toast with Nutella. So please bear with me. I'll mute my mic right when I go bite the toast. Anyways, so what's it called? By the way, guys, you guys can see what I mean. We're a slow grind now. Now I'm a little bit worried because if we get one big buying candle, we're back at square one. I'm really hoping that's not the case. I'm down for a slow grind down, but yeah, thank you. I'm down for a slow grind down, but all I'm worried about is one good pump, and then we're back at square one. I don't want that. You know what I mean? So yeah, but I'm gonna hold to 155. I will assure you guys that. Anyways, you took partials. I mean, how many points are we up? We're only up 30 points. Nothing crazy. Anyways, hold on. Let me take a bite of this. I needed that. My goodness. Dude, what the hell is that, bro? What part of Italy are you from? Torino. I think that's how you pronounce it. Dude, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I don't even know myself, bro. Anyways, what was I talking about again? Um, what was I talking about again? Oh yeah, dude, Chihuahuas are like freaking devils, dude. Those dogs bite you for nothing, bro. Like you'll be sleeping, they'll just freaking bite you to death, bro. But dude, I don't get it. I guess people talk so much shit on pit bulls because they're so like big. I guess doesn't make sense. There's bigger dogs out there. Dude, I've had 3 pit bulls, and all those dogs will never hurt a soul, bro. Those dogs are so nice unless you train them. Unless you train them to be very aggressive. Which at that point, then yeah, that's a problem. But any dog can do that. You can train any dog to be aggressive. I've seen freaking golden retrievers, the nicest dogs out there, be super aggressive and they don't listen to shit. I mean, they're known to attack, but they're not. Dude, I promise you. Now, I probably shouldn't say this because actually I should, because I do trust my dogs. Bro, I used to walk my dogs, my pit bulls, with no leash, and like there'll be kids on the same sidewalk, obviously with the parents, and dude, the dog will go and lick them. Like they don't attack. I've had 3 dogs where I've done the same thing. They're all pit bulls. Never an issue. Not even like a hesitation to go bite them. Never, dude. I don't know. I don't know why people talk so much shit on pit bulls. I don't see the reason why. My pit bull was not trained to be aggressive. When he went to go live with my brother, he attacked my brother's wife's aunt. When they were playing Wii. Because here's the thing: when you're playing Wii, like you're probably doing things that your dog gets confused, and if the dog doesn't know you, then sure, I understand. It depends on the scenario. Every dog is different, and it depends on how they were raised. But for me, bro, we always give our dogs like the best life possible, with treats, attention, and everything, and nothing, dude. Let me see. And bit her face so bad that she had to get facial reconstruction. Dude, damn, bro. I mean, I do understand where people come from, but it's like, dude, I don't know. From my personal experience, bro, if you feel like your dog is like very aggressive, you can always just tame them. You know what I mean? Like just train them to be, you know. Are we touching the Asia low? Is that concerning? Asia low. No, we're not near the Asia. We're targeting the Asia low. Asia low 155, 160, same thing. Potato, potato. Yeah, we are dumping. Is anyone gonna skill here by chance? Anyone? Anyone? Ain't no way my dog will hurt a fly. Dude, a fly will hurt. Bro, a fly will hurt my dog, bro. My dogs will never hurt anything, bro. Yeah, is anyone skilling here by chance? You're holding? I'm gonna hold too. Right, we're up 35, 40 points around there. 35, 35, 35. I don't know, guys. Let me just put this out here. Boom. Bam, 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 bam. Dude, trade off doom and despair, bro. Anyways, I hope we don't get this dumped down to just recover it in one little push up and then we go back up, dude. That would be so annoying. But yeah, I'm gonna keep holding this trade while I eat food. I don't usually eat on stream, but dude, it's been a long day, bro. Once again, I want to take profits at 155, bro. I don't really see anywhere else where I would take profits. Because either way, we're talking to 1-to-1 anyways. So you can do like, oh, 1-to-1, but 1-to-1 is here. You know what I mean? We just need one more 30-point push down. So whatever push we got here, we just need to redo it. Mute. My fault. My fault. My fault. Okay. From freaking cat here. Would you share your stop at this point? You could. If you want to secure green or at least break even, you can go break even. For me, I would do break even at 155 because that's my 1-to-1 point. But yeah, you could do break even. Or you can trade it to the VWAP, or you could trade it to the fair value gap here. If you guys don't want to hold until 283, you can hold into the fair value gap here. Can we talk about how when David drinks water, he gulps the shit into your ear? Yo, bro, I don't even think I gulp that like that, bro. It's just maybe my mic is like really sensitive. Bro, stop chewing. I'm not chewing loud. I'm barely even chewing, bro. Like I'm chewing like very, very soft, bro. It's just my mic is like right in front of me, bro. I'm sorry, guys. What would you say the best prop firm is besides Apex? There's no best, dude. Okay, look, there's no best prop firm. That's not a thing. Look, every firm it matches each and every single trader. Maybe you're a scalper. Maybe you like daily payouts. Maybe Lucid or I don't know MFF. Maybe I don't know. There's no best firm out there. Every firm out there is good. People use them for a reason, right? The thing that you need to be looking out for is when you're looking for a firm, you got to read the rules. Okay, do these rules fit my trading style or no? There's some firms that don't let you scalp in a few seconds, right? You need to hold the trade for minimum 30 seconds, 1 minute, 2 minutes, whatever, right? Read through all the rules and look through all of them. I'll give you a list of good firms. You have Apex, you have TopStep, MFF, Take Profit Trader, Lucid. All these firms are good. You know what I mean? Yeah, they all have their ups and downs. Some rules are a little bit more strict, some a little bit more free. Maybe that free rule doesn't let you trade how you want to trade. You know, it depends. All firms are good. How's Tradify? Tradify is also really good. You know, all these firms, they're really popular for a reason. People use them for a reason. They're reliable, right? But yeah. Dude, every time I see like a little pullback here, bro, I look and get nervous, bro, because bro, guys, we've been in the street for what, like the last 30 minutes, maybe? Let me check. We've been in the street since 12. We've been in the streets for the last 40 minutes, guys. And we're only up 40 points. Well, not only, we're up 40 points, or we were, right? If we get one good buyer and we go back to square one, we need to wait. The market is not just going to magically just go back down again. So if we get one really strong buyer, we're going to have to restart the whole grind down again. We're going to be in the trade all day, bro. So I'm really hoping that when I see a green candle, I get a little bit nervous because I don't want the trade to restart back to break even. So yeah, I'm really hoping we can at least see 155, bro. It's not that I get nervous that the trade's not going to work out. I just do not want to be in the trade for that long. You know what I mean? Okay, how many of you guys move your stop loss to break even already? David, have you ever heard of the Maven prop firm? No, I have not, actually. One thing I'll tell you guys, look, take it from me. If your favorite influencer owns a prop firm, don't use it. Don't use it. Never do influencer prop firms. It always has to do with drama. You guys saw Jadon, you guys saw Danny Trades, you guys saw TGR. dude, it's all a money grab. Don't if you're I don't care how much you love this influencer, bro. Maybe you have a big crush on him or something. I don't fucking know. Do not do influencer prop firms. Isn't RP doing that? I don't think RP has a prop firm. But it always has to do with drama, dude. It's never worth it, bro. I mean, we've all seen once again Jadon, Danny Trades. We saw TGR. You know the whole shenanigans, whatever you say. So just I mean, I'm not saying you can't use it. I'm just saying be careful. It usually always has to do with some drama. Maybe they don't pay you out or whatever. It's always something. So I would just use the big name firms. They're there for a reason. They work for a reason. Just use them, dude. Are prop firm businesses hard to run? It depends. I would say it all comes down to the rules and how much money you have. If your rules are too easy, you're gonna run out of money. Why? Because everyone's getting a payout. You know what I mean? It's very easy for everyone to get a payout, and then you're gonna run out of money. Another thing is a lot of people, they get very greedy, right? They see all the money coming in from the prop firm, and they're like, "Oh, I want to keep this money. I'm not gonna pay anyone out." You know what I mean? David, if I make a prop firm where you fund me, dude, I barely have $100 in my name, dude. Come on now, bro. All the money I have, it's right in the markets today, bro. Bro, that's what you mean, bro. Well, can you just send out $100, bro? All right, bro. Dude, I have not read my YouTube chat, guys. I am so sorry on YouTube, guys. How long do you expect this trade to take, dude? Honestly, I give it probably another hour. At this rate that we're going, where we're going down like 1 point every 5 minutes, I give it like an hour. Unless we get like a random dump, which will be amazing. But maybe at 1, maybe in 7 minutes. The one thing I'm scared about, bro, I just don't want. If we get like a random buying candle back up, bro, we're gonna go back to break even and ruin all this progress, bro. I am not trying to do that right now, dude. I don't want to hold this trade any longer. Because what are the odds? We pump back up and then we're not gonna instantly get sellers to dump it back down. That's not gonna happen. We're probably gonna get a good push up and then we're either gonna reverse the trade and get stopped out, which knock on wood, hopefully not, or we grind down again. But I doubt we dump back down again. I don't think that's gonna happen. Trump threatened to bomb Oman an hour ago. An hour ago, you say? Let me check. I did see someone else mention it as well. Let me see. I'm not really seeing anything on Trump threatening to bomb anyone. Yeah, I'm not really seeing anything. Haven't even heard of that country until today. Me neither, bro. David, can you make a blast prop firm and the way we pass account? Dude, never think of an idea ever again, bro. Please, bro. David, you're a pasta type of guy? Yeah, big time, bro. He's why our lungs didn't work out. No, I'm not gonna say no. I'm not gonna blame it on Trump. No, definitely not. Look, we all know why the lungs didn't work out. I'm not gonna keep repeating it. I'm sure you guys are sick and tired of me hearing it. I mean, of me repeating it. But we got stopped out because the dollar liquidity. That's literally why we got stopped out. Whether Trump said something or not, we got stopped out because of this level. We anticipated it. We didn't hold above it. We got stopped out due to a DOL sweep. I'm out. I'm good, bro. Green on the day. I'm seeing a lot of you guys are getting out. Okay, well, yeah, if you guys are green, I'm not going to stop you guys. I'm going to continue holding for lower. I'm going to try to hold for lower. Unless we get a pullback, then it's going to be very unfortunate. But... One thing I'll say, guys, is if you don't have that good of a buffer, I would highly suggest moving your stop loss to break even. That is something I would do. If you haven't already, if you want to, of course. I'm not going to because I really want to hold this trade for lower. I do want to give it its room because I do understand it's very choppy. He has to take another low here, so maybe we see that. But yeah, guys. If you guys do want to move to your stop loss to break even or trade it down, you can. What are some options? You could do the fair value gap up here, right? For at 255. You could do the VWAP near break even, or you could do break even. For me, I'm gonna leave it at 283, and if it doesn't go my way, then I can accept it. But I do want to hold this trade for lower into 155. What are you eating? Bro, Nutella toast, bro. Fucking busting, bro. This thing's amazing. What are your thoughts on Summit Securities? Dude, I'm trying to try it out. I have to set it up though. So obviously I'm not gonna give you my 2 cents if I don't have any 2 cents. You know what I mean? But I do know that RP and all these people in that server use it, so I would say it's pretty reliable. That I already know. I'm sure it's good though. Like some shows a video of their CEO, but it seems really AI. That guy does not seem to exist. No shot. I'm sure it's fine. Did I have a question about your strategy? What's your sister? Bro, come on now, bro. Bro, we're getting a pullback, bro. I'm really hoping this pullback is not stop. Like, it's not gonna stop us out, obviously. But I hope like we don't just reverse this whole work that we did to nothing. You know what I mean? I feel the crumbs being spit in my face. I'm sorry, bro. Okay, I'll actually mute. Hold on. I'll just put here. I'm eating. If you don't hear me, I'm just muted. There you go. I'll just leave it here. All right, hold on. Let me mute real quick. Bro, Selvis, that is not funny, bro. Or Selvis, that is not funny, dude. No. Bro, someone said, "Do you guys?" I'm here reading the chat while I'm eating, like muted. Someone said, "Do you guys think the reason David doesn't do FaceTime is because he got fat?" Bro, I want to go break even. What the heck? Oh, that's right. This size heavier. I completely forgot. Anyways, valid question. I mean, no. Let me see. Okay, someone say here. I'm in short with you. I'm curious. What would make you close before the TP, dude? If I'm really good in the profits, I'll probably just close it. Like if I'm really happy with my profits, like I'm up like $300, $400 on the day from being red, I'll take it. You know what I mean? But I'm most likely gonna hold until 155. I want to hold until then. Now I'm telling people in the chat, like, hey, if you're green or if you're break even and you're happy with this trade, take it. I'm no one to tell you not to. You know what I mean? But for me, I'm gonna try to hold until 155. I really want to hold until 155. That's a really good low, and I'm sure we can see it with everything that the chart is telling us. It's just a little bit choppy. This market is buns, dude. David, have you ever played Wordle? No. Can I still get in? Oh, I don't know about that. At least maybe not yet. But yeah, it's like we keep trying to see lower, and it's so choppy, bro. Like, damn, dude. It's already it's about to be 1 in 10 seconds. So maybe we start getting some PM type of price action. 1 PM is not really a macro time, so I'm not expecting like anything crazy with price action. But you never know, right? We're getting out of lunch hour in 2 seconds. Let's see what we do here. Any spike? Nope, nothing. Oh wait, what? We're getting picking up some volume. Just don't go up. Yeah, no, literally nothing. Okay, well, we keep waiting. ES is breaking new lows though, which is really good. I just hope NQ follows. Dude, this ES chart looks hideous, dude. Oh my gosh. Bro, what is this, bro? Bro. Break even time. Once again, if you guys want to go break even, I'm not stopping you. You can go break even. There's nothing wrong going break even. For me, I'm gonna add a little bit more risk on the trade and just leave the trade as is until we see 155. But if you guys want to take profits here, maybe you guys are really green, like up 40 points or whatever, you can take it. If you're green, like the trade is working out. You know what I mean? Which it should. I mean, we expected it to. It was a good setup. Don't say break even like that, bro. But yeah, it's a good setup. It's working out, but it's so slow. That's the thing. And the one thing I'm worried about is all it takes is one little buyer, and we spike up and we lost all the progress, and then we gotta restart. And that's when I really get off and just hold the trade offline. But for now, we're trying to hold this, dude. We're trying to hold this as much as possible into 155. But bro, it's gonna take forever, bro. I give it like another 30 minutes to an hour before we see the PT. We're literally going down 10 points every like 20 minutes. Someone said you're not getting off. All right, bro. David, what's your normal sizing? It depends on the setup. 7, 10, 5. I don't really have a normal sizing. It's just whatever the setup shows. If the stop loss is good and I'm confident, I'll size heavy. For example, this one, I was pretty confident with it. Oh, shit. Do that. There we go. David, is it true you're happy getting fat because all the weight goes straight? I'm not reading that. Dynamic sizing is so key. What does that mean? Like sizing just based on the setup? If so, then yeah, I agree. Yes, 15 micros per account. Yes. Yes, it's reaching that New York low. Didn't we just take it out already? Yeah, dude, we've been taking out the New York low like a long time ago. Dude, the New York low was all the way down here. Oh no, you're probably talking about this one. Yeah, no, we already took it out anyways. The next level we have is at 778, which we're gonna chop into. We all know that, but I mean, wait. We have a data low here. I completely forgot about that. This is Thursday 9:30. That's not a data low. Okay, that's just New York low. Yeah, I see what you're saying now. Yeah, New York low. Yeah, you're completely right, dude. I'm sorry, completely. Yeah, previous New York low. I don't think NQ has one though. Yeah, NQ doesn't have anything. So I guess we just continue holding till 155. Yeah, bro. This market is boring. Anyways, I'm gonna go back on mute, guys. One sec. David DoorDash me a seafood boil for 150 bucks. Bro, I tried a seafood boil. It looks way better when people are eating it on TikTok, but when you eat it, bro, it's not that good, dude. Your outfit today, are you green? If you're green, then okay. Are you green? Hold on. Before we get off, are you green? By 150? Okay, we'll take it. Green, better than red. I'm still trying to go green. I'm still holding. Come on, Nick. You just dumb down, dude. Just spike down. That's what I asked for. On 5 accounts, hey, that's like what, like 700 bucks? We'll take it. I got you, bro. I'll make you a video, bro. Come on now, bro. Dude, at Red Lobster, they do the seafood bowl for like $40, and it's okay. It's not super flavorful, but it's there. I wouldn't say it's bad. Red Lobster, the rubber of seafood boil. Maybe that's why I don't like it, dude. Bro. Okay, this is how I know you guys are getting bored as well, bro. What the fuck is that, bro? It actually looks pretty nice too. I'm not gonna talk shit on it. And there's a Spider-Man with his ass out. Nice. Okay. Next question. Okay, we're back break even, guys. Very nice. At least I am. I don't know about you guys. Very nice. Obviously, I'm not gonna secure profits just yet. I want to hold to 155. That's what I'm holding for. 155. Give it to me. It's a magnet, bro. It's right there. Come on. How many? 50, guys. 15 more points, bro. Come on, market. Just give it to us, bro. 15 more points. I'll be asked for, bro. Come on now, Mr. NQ. Come on now, Mr. NQ. One good dump and we're good, bro. 10 points, bro. Come on, NQ. 10 points. Just give it to us right there, bro. Please. Wait, let me take this. Okay, I might just secure here. Fuck it. Bam! All right, guys. We're back green on the day, bro. I'm done with this market, dude. Yeah, I can hold for a little bit more into 155, but I'm not trying to risk the market just randomly reversing. I'm happy with the profits. Honestly, I will take it, dude. How are you guys sitting, man? Oh, hold on, hold on. How you guys doing? How you guys doing? How you doing? My God, that was painful. To be honest, bro, this trade didn't really see any drawdown. It was just very long. It could have been worse. So yeah, does anyone trade meme coins in here? Please don't. You're up 400. You're still down. Fuck, dude. I mean, you can still hold for lower. The price target is still there. But yeah, small green. How you feeling, dude? Honestly, it's a normal day, dude. It's just a slow market. I'm definitely. I feel a lot more relief that we secured the day back green, so it was something. But yeah. Let me just alert this. Hold on, guys. One sec. Bear with me. Consider moving your stop loss to even to go this trade. Okay. Let's make sure 163. What do we call it? 160. Okay, perfect. Okay, let me alert this. One sec, guys. One sec. By the way, guys, let me ask you a question. Hold up. One sec. There you go. Oh wait. Yep, there we go. Okay, guys, when I type, do you guys hear it? Because when I'm typing, my little icon on Discord doesn't go green. Yes, bro. Mad loud. Okay, at least I don't have to tell you guys, hold on, I'm typing. Like a typewriter? But you, I don't think you guys knew about my old keyboard, bro. I used to have the Black Widow X, the Razer Black Widow X, the green switches. Dude, my mom would literally tell me, get off the computer. Like, I cannot sleep. That's how loud that keyboard was. That's why I bought this one. Got some sleep this time, David. 300 on the Lucid Daily. Nice, dude. Get the Wooting. The one that I have right now is... Let me see if I can search it up. Maybe under the keyboard it says a name. It's like a cloud. Hold up. I'll just search up like cloud keyboard. What is it called? Wob key, I think it's called. Hold on. Images. What is it called? Brody's flexing a keyboard to us. Bro, I'm not, bro. I'm not flexing anything. By the way, guys, there's the actual target. If you guys haven't skilled, guys, skill here. Everyone should be green on this trade. Everyone should be green. There it is. Beautiful. Oh, beautiful. There you go. My voice cracked a little bit there. But yeah, guys, everyone should be green now. This trade actually ran more points than our previous loss. So no matter what you sized, you should be green on this trade, which is amazing. Now, obviously, we learned our lesson on what we did right and what we did wrong today. Are you gonna watch out for the Asia? Dude, probably not, dude. Asia has been so boring lately, bro. I don't even think it's worth it, bro. One sec. But yeah, guys, everyone should be green, no matter what. All right, guys, up 86 for the day. Honestly, 86 doesn't sound like much, but it's definitely more than red. You know what I mean? So we'll take it. But yeah. Oh man, could have hit my but I hit the daily loss limit before. On the second trade? The second trade didn't even see any drawdown. Let me see. God willing, yes. Oh, okay. Beautiful, beautiful. If I size heavier, I would have gotten a payout today, but no rush, really. 100%. I got in 30 points before. Dude, you got in the middle of the gap. Are you crazy, bro? Hold on, bro. Yo, you gotta chill, bro. Bro, our whole lesson from today, which was the first loss, is stop anticipating setups. We need to stop anticipating, bro. Just take what's in front of us. You know what I mean? If we don't like the setup, if there's a level right there, we need to stop taking it, bro. So yeah, we definitely got humbled by the markets today. We did make a mistake, which we caught and we made it back, thankfully. But we need to stop doing this, bro. We need to stop doing this right here. It's not worth it. Anyways, guys, dude, I'm exhausted from the charts, guys. Look, I would sit here and watch the trade for a little bit longer. Dude, I'm getting off, guys. Bear with me, bro. I know you guys are getting off. I'm done. Goodbye, guys. Have an amazing day. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Same time as always. Now, tomorrow, no more mistakes. All right. We got to be on our shit, dude. No, if you guys see me trying to anticipate, which I'm not going to, but if you guys see me trying to, tell me, David, stop. All right. Because we're a team here. You know what I mean? I make mistakes and it happens. Good way to start the 100K so far. How much you up? 200? Not bad, bro. We'll take it. We'll take it. Now, make sure you move your stop loss to break even. All right, bro? But yeah, bro. Our first trade tomorrow has got to be an amazing trade. I'm going to make sure we get it, bro. I'm going to be in a hospital. Oh, bro, what? For what, dude? Whatever it is, dude, I'm sending prayers your way, bro. And I'm sure everyone in here is as well. At least for the people that, you know. I'm still red. There's no way. What was your entry on the last trade? Well, you should be close to break even then. Because the last trade was like a 50-point stop loss, right? 50, 55 points. This trade is already running for over 60 points. So you should be at least break even. 65 points. Look at that. David, do you think it's going to sweep? We definitely can, dude. I'm telling you guys, scale. Like, I'm not giving you guys an option. Scale. Like, scale. You know what I mean? Like, take something. You know what I mean? There's no option here. There's no if, there's no buts. Scale. All right, guys? But yeah, other than that, guys, I'm gonna get off. I'm gonna go finish my Nutella sandwich. I mean, my Nutella toast. I've been taking little bites because you guys don't let me fucking, you guys don't let me chew in the freaking mic, bro. So I'm gonna finish that, and yeah, I'll just be back on tomorrow. David, why do you wait? I entered off the same trade. You dip in the initial inverse and got stopped. Which initial inverse? Oh, this one. Dude, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I was too like busy typing up the trade, so I just couldn't catch it in time. So I'm like, bro, either I'm gonna get a super late entry or I'm just gonna wait a little bit longer. Either way, no, you shouldn't have gotten stopped out, even if you inverse here, because your stop loss should have been at the draw on liquidity. You shouldn't have gotten stopped out. Unless you had a point-based stop loss, which still doesn't make sense. There's no way you had like a 30-point stop, right? Dude, we pumped up 30 points. What was your stop loss? And of course, guys, as I said, obviously we're going to bump down. Got stopped out to the point, 50 points. So not only did you get a late ass entry, we didn't even pump 50 points. What do you mean? Hold on. Someone's BSing here, bro. I'm going to catch you, bro. Hold on. What do you mean? We didn't even pump up 50 points. Wait, did we? Maybe we did in the other candle. Hold on, let me check something. Bro, we literally didn't. We went up max 42 points. Also, okay, even if you did, maybe you got stopped for exactly 42 points, right? Place your stop loss at the structure, bro. Look, place it right here. Place it where you're basing your structure from, right here. Why do you think I have my stop loss at 283? This is where if we got stopped out, our bias turns back bullish here, and then we just look for longs. I don't use the stop loss. Okay, well, you're another case, bro. You're different story, different day. All right, bro. But yeah, bro. Next time, if you have a nearby liquidity, use it, bro. It's there for a reason. And we're still not nice, bro. Of course, when I fucking sell, the market wants to dump, bro. Like, are you serious right now, bro? Whatever. I'm so green. let me not get mad, bro. It's definitely a blessing to be green today, bro. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna get off. You're good, bro. You're good, Sully. How low are we going? I don't know. I mean, we could reverse here. I'm not gonna predict it. You know what I mean? But if we do, we know why. So if we start seeing buyers stepping in from 155, we know why. Bro. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get off. YouTube, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Hopefully you guys made some money. I made money. People made money in the Discord. We're all sitting happily ever after. Give me 25, but I'm good, bro. I'm good off that. But yeah, guys, other than that, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow, same time as always. All right? Tomorrow, no mistakes. All right, guys? We're on our shit. All right? Dude, what the fuck, bro? You know what, bro? Whatever. It's okay. It's okay. Of course, as I get off, you know, the market wants to dump. But it's okay. Anyways, guys, yeah, I'm gonna wait. Let me alert this real quick. Now the final PT has been hit. Let me put up my thingamabob. PT3. PT2 has been hit for how many points? 89, right? 90. Let's take full profits here. Everyone. Okie dokie. All right, 1 second. Let me just alert this real quick, and then I'm gonna get off. All right. I'm off, guys. I'll see you guys then. I said I'm off like 30 times already. I'm actually gonna get off this time. I'm gonna press the hang up button now. Okay, bye, guys.